I'm Mike Scott. A teenager is accused of threatening to bring a weapon to Wakanda High School. Police say Karsten Goodson made the threat to begin shooting in a Snapchat video sent to dozens of students yesterday. Goodson has been arrested. He was taken into custody at his parents' Island Lake home last night. He's charged with one felony count of disorderly conduct. A search is underway to find a man suspected of robbing several suburban banks. The FBI is on the lookout for the most recent bank robber after the most recent robbery. It happened yesterday at a TCF bank branch inside a Jewel-Osco in Lisle. The same suspect is believed to have robbed banks earlier this month in Schaumburg and West Dundee. Deadly crime continues to plague Chicago. Sun-Times reports a man killed in a West Side shooting yesterday marked the city's 600th homicide this year. Two men are facing charges following a police chase that began in Chicago and ended up in Oak Park. Devontae Jones and Jason Dortch swiped a Jeep Cherokee at gunpoint Monday night. Authorities then chased down the suspects, and that stolen Jeep crashed on the Ike in Oak Park. Investigators believe the suspects may be linked to at least a dozen carjackings. An administrative law judge has recommended that Illinois Labor Relations Board members reject disciplinary guidelines newly adopted by the Chicago Police Department. The judge determined the department may have violated labor law by failing to bargain with the Fraternal Order of Police. Labor Board Executive Director Kimberly Stevens says that judge's recommendation does not carry the force of law. The FOP says the judge's rule was a victory for the union. A special prosecutor has no plans to indict any more Chicago police officers who were present when a fellow officer fatally shot a black teen, Laquan McDonald, or officers who may have taken part in that investigation. The announcement means that the number of current or former officers charged in an alleged cover-up to protect Jason Van Dyke now stands at 3. A CTA fare hike could be coming soon. RTA head Leanne Redden warning that the transit agency hasn't offered revenue streams to close a $33 million budget gap and is recommending the CTA raise fares. A man is free after serving nearly 30 years in prison for a Chicago crime he did not commit. Arthur Brown was released from the Cook County Jail last night after a judge tossed out his double murder and arson conviction.
Feels like a bird in the sky to be free. Now I have to pick up my pieces of my life and put them together again.
Brown was charged following a fire in 1988 at a Southside video store that killed 2. No one hurt after a large fire breaks out at the iconic Blommer Chocolate Factory in Chicago. The blaze yesterday started in the 600 block of West Kinsey. Tuesday's fire was the second at Blommer's in 2 weeks. Chicago Congressman Luis Gutierrez following through on a promise to introduce articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump, as AM 560's David Stewart reports.
Congressman Gutierrez is joining Tennessee Democrat Steve Cohen to start the process that could end in the removal of Donald Trump from the White House. Neither would say what grounds they'll cite, but Gutierrez said last month in Chicago that it's not political.
I do not believe that the President of the United States should be President of the United States of America, not because he's Republican, but because he's ill-fit for the office of the presidency of the United States of America.
Democrats Brad Sherman of California and Al Green of Texas have previously launched impeachment bids, one for obstruction of justice, the other for inciting hatred. David Stewart, NBC News Radio, Chicago.
Big night of college hoops in Chicago. The UC had a good show at the State Farm Champions Classic. Doubleheader began with number 1 Duke taking down number 2 Michigan State, 88-81. Number 3 Kansas later on in the evening defeats number 6 Kentucky 65-61 in the nightcap. Northern Illinois opened its season right here on AM 560 with a win over the Green Bay Phoenix 85-65. 2-0 Northwestern hosts Creighton tonight. On Friday, Illinois and DePaul will square off. Professionally, the Bulls finish up a 2-game road trip tonight versus the Thunder, while the Blackhawks welcome the Rangers to the UC. The news is a service of Indeed.com. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. You can post a job in minutes, manage your candidates, Post your next job on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. 5:07. We'll have a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
On AM 560, The Answer. Your opinion counts. And we want to know how you feel about the news stories we're talking about each and every day. Make sure to vote in the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll at 560theanswer.com. Listen for today's poll question at 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. and hear the results each evening at 5:30. It's the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll on 560theanswer.com.
On AM 560 The Answer, we talk about the important issues that affect your world. Things like the economy, education, and foreign policy. There's always so much going on in the news that we don't always have the time to focus in and talk about the big ideas behind the important issues. Enter Upstream Ideas online at upstream-ideas.com. Upstream Ideas, in partnership with the Illinois Opportunity Project, provides the kind of information that informs the policy discussions happening here on AM 560. At Upstream Ideas, you'll broaden the debate, move beyond partisan assumptions, and challenge accepted beliefs. Upstream Ideas goes against the current and thinks upstream. Go online now at upstream-ideas.com. That's upstream-ideas.com. You'll be armed with new information and fresh perspectives to help encourage you to make the state of Illinois and the United States of America a bit freer, a bit more just, and a bit more civilized. Upstream-ideas.com.
With the holidays approaching, now's the perfect time to purchase 2 gifts and only pay for 1. Or give a gift and keep 1 for yourself. Yes, folks, the MyPillow buy 1, get 1 free offer is back. I urge you to go online or call now and take advantage. By using the promo code Amy, you'll get the absolute best deal available. I personally love my MyPillows. I get a great night's sleep by moving the fill to give me the support I need, regardless of my sleep position. And I never wake up with a stiff neck or headache. They're made in America. You can wash and dry them. They're hypoallergenic, plus have a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. And it's great to know you're supporting a company that helped thousands of hurricane victims. So get your buy 1, get 1 free MyPillows as gifts or for yourself by calling 800-489-0201. Use the promo code Amy or visit MyPillow.com. That's 800-489-0201, promo code Amy.
So many tools all over the place and not enough cabinet space. This garage is a mess. Time to get organized with StoreLock, the best tool cabinet you'll ever buy. And it's 100% made in the USA in Kankakee with a 55-year guarantee from top to bottom. StoreLock is a modular, durable storage system with dividers, liners, and layouts, all made to order exactly how you want it. Each drawer holds up to 400 pounds and is powder-coated in-house with any color you want. And it's fully assembled when it ships. You'll get organized fast. StoreLock can handle any size room or facility. They can do systems for airline hangars to fire departments to modular workstations for your shop. Anywhere and everywhere you need quality storage that will last a lifetime at a factory direct price. It's time to get your home, garage, or business organized. Call the owner, Mike Ryan, personally at 1-800-786-7562. That's 1-800-STORLOC. Or go to StoreLock.com. Don't miss StoreLock at the Greater Peoria Farm Show at the Peoria Civic Center in Peoria, November 28th through the 30th.
5:10 and an update on those morning roads in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. We welcome in Jim Talamati. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Mike. As you mentioned, it's a little wet in parts of the Chicago area. Allow safe following distance. Despite the morning precipitation, the flight boards at O'Hare and Midway show almost zero delays. Elk Grove Village westbound Devon is blocked. Around Wooddale, actually it's blocked between Middle and Arlington Heights Road now. There's an accident investigation there blocking westbound Devon. Kennedy Expressway inbound. The express lanes have opened on the inbound side. They've been closed for some overnight maintenance. Eden Spur westbound. There's moving work in the left lane scheduled till 6 a.m. Elsewhere, the only issues on the expressways and tollways for the south. Inbound Ryan, a little heavy approaching downtown. Outbound stop and go 83rd and 95th. Road work in the 2 left lanes. I-57, got a 3-minute delay approaching the merge. Bishop Ford, a 2-minute delay. Traffic is a service of Chevrolet. The Chevy closeout, the 2017s are going fast. Find special closeout pricing on many of their most popular 2017 Chevy models. Visit your local Chevy dealer. Trade up to a new car, truck, or crossover today. Chevrolet, find new roads. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answers starts next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with meteorologist Kevin Snyder.
Occasional rain for the morning, otherwise a mostly cloudy day today, high 51. For tonight, clouds will break and it will be colder with a low 31. Sun and clouds for tomorrow, high 41. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
Currently 47 at O'Hare, 47 along the lakefront, 48 at Midway, and light rain at most reporting stations. Your next news update is at 5:30. Breaking news as it happens. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy starts now on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by HealthQuest Radio with Dr. David Kolbaba. HealthQuest Radio is heard Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock here on AM 560, The Answer.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560, The Answer.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. So, what happened in the city championship game? Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Baby, I'm bringing home the hardware. Huh?
Is this big Chicago champion 7th, 8th grade girls volleyball?
This is the city championship. We won, and actually...
I don't like that the
What?
person on top of that trophy does not appear to be gender neutral.
No, she apparently has breasts. But yeah,
Wow.
look at this. So here you go, boss.
Wow.
Feel it. I slept with it last night. No,
This
it's all right.
is-
It's like the Stanley Cup. We're going to the Jewels in Elk Grove, and then we're going to go to the Jewels on Southport.
Oh, it's going to tour like the Stanley Cup?
Oh, everybody wanted to have a piece of the trophy. I got it last night. Look at it, huh?
I was hoping this should be marble, so not this kind of like
Fake marble.
polyurethane.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Isn't it great?
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
This is
So
nice.
we beat Lincoln in 2 sets. It was easy. I hate to say that, but of course, there's always drama.
Sure. No pressure. Believe in yourself. Yeah. Come on.
Now Vivi blocks the
Ready?
spike. Now Vivi.
Deep voice for girls.
Vivi has a kill shot. And we win, and the crowd goes wild. And boom goes the
And
dynamite.
boom goes dynamite. Yeah.
See, nothing is more exciting than girls volleyball.
Yeah, and the related story, the rioting in Lakeview yesterday, some cars overturned,
Yeah, we had
dumpster fires.
We had a few cars flipped over, and then this.
Mr. Crab. Hola, Bob.
Some of those voices sound a little deep for girls.
No, they are
7th
the
and 8th grade girls.
fans.
Oh, I see.
So what I do is I take van loads of boys to the girls' games. I mean, I'm their coach, but I said, you know what, I'm going to leave a little
Van
early.
Loads of Boys was the name of my high school band. We were an erasure cover band.
Now I know there's a coup d'etat going on in Zimbabwe this morning, but I really care more about the Blaine girls volleyball team because we actually won.
Robert
This is-
Mugabe's never going to be able to see that trophy. Sad.
Poor little thing. Yeah, but you know what? This trophy represents 3 years of hard work. And that's what I told them after the game. I said, you guys are going to go on. You're going to play your soccer and your club, other sports, but don't ever forget this moment because this is huge that we finally won because we've been scratching at the door, but we finally got in the door yesterday.
So you did your Gene Hackman, I
I
love you
did.
guys moment.
No, I did. And then I was telling everybody I loved them. And then I thought, you know what? That sounds really creepy for me to tell everybody, oh, I love you. I love
Coach Jacobson, please let go of me.
you. Coach Jacobson, why are you hugging me?
Please, this hug's lasting too long.
But I got some cards. So look, here.
Mm-hmm.
Open one. Maybe this one feels thick. You know how the Lakeview parents like to give out money. So
Oh,
let's
this
see
is
what's
for
in-
you.
Yeah.
Oh, Coach
So
Amy.
let's see.
Let's
What do
see.
you got?
Thank you for encouraging us, challenging us, believing in us. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to the team. Congratulations on a fantastic season. We thank you for the guidance and continued support. Love 5th and 6th grade team and parents. And included in here.
Yeah, what do we got? What do we got? Wait.
Blue Mercury gift card.
What's Blue Mercury?
Indulgent Beauty indulgent beauty products and luxurious spa services.
Oh, I get that.
How much?
Well, does it say?
Oh.
Oh, how much?
that's-
Oh, wait. Can I get a massage?
Yeah, that's not bad.
What?
Yeah, must
That's
be nice.
awesome.
Isn't there like a gift ban in for CPS for volunteer volleyball coaches?
Oh, here, read this one. Wait. I want to see that. I got money.
Thank you. Dear Coach Amy, thank you so much for being such an amazing coach who led a great season. Led a great season.
It's all
That's
right.
not great English. Thank you so much for all the extra practicing and volleyball tips. You are such a great coach, and I'm so glad that you are Blair's coach.
Blaine.
With love, Amy Jacobson. Oh, you wrote it to yourself. Oh, that was nice to get yourself a card. This is from Chloe.
Oh, I
this
love
is very
Chloe.
nice.
She's my middle hitter. Everybody thinks she's my daughter. I'm not kidding you, because she's a little Amy J. And her name's Chloe Golden. Just remember that, because she's
going to be somebody someday?
Well, she's the main anchor right now for the Blaine Media Club. So she does all the on-camera stuff. And I love her. She's great. And $200. Can I say $225?
Yeah.
I can get a massage and a facial. Why are you shaking your head, Mike? It's all right.
It's all right. I just wouldn't have announced the number.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's
$2,225,000.
Yeah.
And you'll need to share with Keith, who really needs a facial this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys never have had massages. I didn't. Justin's never had a massage. Keith. Okay, maybe he has. You got one in Los Cabos because I got you one.
Yeah, but
remember?
I've had massages before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, is that just a way to
That
get
was
me
not my maiden
to pony
voyage.
up?
No, I didn't. I didn't
massage
ask
you?
for that. I didn't ask for that.
No,
You
but I
just-
thought you had never had a massage
You just
before.
thought that I was worthy of it. And
Oh.
so who might argue with that?
Oh, that's right.
So you then also told them that I suppose that you told them.
Uh-huh.
Great season, championship season. You'll remember this always because girls' sports are going away now that we're integrating.
Yeah.
Did you tell them about that?
Meet your male counterparts.
Yeah.
Because it's all going to be cisgender.
Meet your
quagender.
8th grade volleyball team featuring Mike and Matt and John, who identify as 5'2" female 7th graders.
Later, he gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
It's news, opinion, insight. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Main question, do I get a contract extension, please?
I mean, that's an off-season discussion. Let's celebrate the championship for a day. Then we'll sit down and we'll talk it through.
Okay. Do you want to take it anywhere today? No, I'm not kidding you. I have 3 parents lined up. Each night, this is going somewhere.
I think the parents, as a kind of an owner who's fan-focused,
Yeah.
let's let the parents have
All right. Today, rain, if you haven't noticed. Otherwise, mostly cloudy by the afternoon, a high of 51 degrees. Then tomorrow, cooler with sun and clouds, a high of 40. Let's get into the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Winner, chicken dinner. Here's Jim Telemonte.
Amy, congratulations to you and your team. Dan, congratulations on being a fan-friendly owner. Bill Veck would be proud. Elk Grove Village, the closure of westbound Devon between Middle and Arlington Heights Road for crash investigation. Eastbound Devon is open. And there's a crash at Toohey and Mount Prospect Road. Roads are slick in some areas this morning. The Aiden's fine, Kennedy as well. Eisenhower looking good. At O'Hare, westbound 190, just had a report of a rollover crash at River Road. So keep an eye on that. Stevenson still okay. Ryan a little tight approaching downtown. 17 minutes from 95th to the Circle. Outbound 20 with roadwork delays starting at 83rd. I-57, 18 minutes. I-80 to the merge. Bishop 422. Tollways are fine. Northwest Indiana, all clear. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Here at HealthQuest, our high standard of health care doesn't come from a sickness care perspective, and neither should yours. And if you're not as healthy as you should be and you're sick and tired of those health challenges, please call us. As we say here at HealthQuest, don't just stand there, do something. Do something good for yourself. Just this one time. This is Dr. David Kobaba. If you're like me and my wonderful HealthQuest staff, well, we know how much you love helping others in this challenging world of ours. Now, if you you could raise your level of health and wellness, well then you could be of greater service to those you know and love. What a great perspective, but you've got to put this intention into action. So just don't stand there. Do something. Call our HealthQuest Radio hotline right now, 1-800-794-1855. Do it now for yourself and a better future with higher health. 1-800-794-1855.
Despite President Trump's repeated requests, Senate Republicans failed again to repeal Obamacare. If you're tired of calling a bureaucrat at an 800 number to help you navigate Obamacare, then you need a local expert on your side. That's right, your own health insurance mentor. C. Stephen Tucker, C.S. Tucker, from healthinsurancementors.com is someone I know and trust. He's a 20-year licensed broker who's been educating AM 560 listeners on the Affordable Care Act for the past 6 years.
Thanks, Dan. ACA open enrollment is now only 45 days long. From November 1st to December 15th, you cannot be denied coverage based on a pre-existing condition. And depending on your income, you may find a more affordable plan. With narrow networks, even fewer choices, and higher deductibles, now more than ever, you need an expert to help you gain access to the best hospitals and specialists available. Call me. I can help.
Thanks, Steve. How can our listeners get in touch with you?
They can visit healthinsurancementors.com or call me directly at 630-674-1551. That's 630-674-1551.
Warren Buffett's mentor, Benjamin Graham, said, "The essence of investment management is the management of risk, not returns." Hi, this is Joe Lopresti, president of Arlington Capital Management. I'm here to explain how we help manage our clients' exposure to risk. We're the creators of our proprietary proactive asset allocation strategy, known as PAS. It is designed to analyze important market trends and alert us to potential changes in the market. But that's only part of what I believe makes Arlington Capital Management unique. It's the care and personalized service we provide our clients that really defines us. We understand how important your financial goals are to you and your family, and we never take that responsibility lightly. It all starts by understanding the things that are most important to you. It's part of the Arlington Capital Management difference. To experience it for yourself, schedule your complimentary consultation by calling 855-471-5796. That's 855-471-5796, or visit arlington-capital.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
Dan and Amy, speaking of the Lakeview area and the Latinos.
We call them Latinos.
Interesting little interview. This Soboroff from MSNBC, he went to the same radio station, the same Spanish radio station in Nevada, to interview the host of the station to check in with his listeners about whether or not they support Trump 1 year after the fact. Jacob Soboroff, MSNBC, fungible reporter. I don't know, it's Rachel Maddow, Jacob Soboroff, they're the same person. But listen to this. So this interplay, Soboroff is on this Spanish radio station, and then they take calls from Latino voters who supported Trump and whether or not they still support him now that Trump is back in the country. And they're seeing a little bit of bump in his approval ratings. See where some of those swing voters in the swing state of Nevada are a year in.
I want to know, a year later, since all of this, do people out there, do your listeners feel the same way?
We'll open the lines.
Let's do it.
¿Cuál es su nombre y su punto de vista?
Marco Vargas.
Marco Vargas, ¿qué tal?
Hola,
¿Cómo
Marco.
estás?
I feel way better with this president than before he was president. So I will vote for him again, probably for his family if they run for president after 2020.
As a Latino voter, nothing that Donald Trump has done, including ending DACA, going forward with building these wall prototypes.
Wait a minute. That's a problem, man. That's a problem. He didn't end in DACA. DACA was over by the Barack Obama. He put the date when it's finished. He didn't renew it. That's way different, brother.
Díganos cuál es su nombre y cuál es su punto de vista.
My name is Louis. I'm a Mexican-born man. I came here when I was 4. Enough is enough. Enough of the political correctness. Enough of everybody gets coddled. Enough of the establishment.
Buenos días. I voted for Donald Trump, all right? At this point of my life, I am not sorry because I did it. Actually, I am very proud of Donald Trump to be my president. I want to ask why these people in the media, regular media, is always talking about corruption of Donald Trump with Russia. Excuse me. It's all over the internet, all over the cable channels, that the actual corruption with Russia was Hillary Clinton. So, excuse me, that is the collusion, and that is the problem.
How about
Wow.
that? You want to cut those and send those off to some of your friends in the Latino circles and those who identify as Latino because they're, empty-headed leftists? Give a little different perspective that they don't often hear in the bubble in which they live. How about that?
That's impressive.
How about that? No. And
Is that La Ley? Tigre? We're the show.
I don't know what you said, but I think it was a racial epithet. So I'm not going to respond to it.
Because in the ratings, we're getting beat by La Ley. What's his name?
That's a station in Nevada.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
here locally, La Ley is beating us by just a few viewers or listeners.
I don't know.
El Terrible in the morning, in la mañana, El Terrible.
Oh.
He's beating us, so we got to knock him off. We got a Nancy Kerrigan.
I don't think we're really competitors.
Well, when
people
you-
want to listen to music.
Well, the
if they want to
pers-
listen to Spanish music, this is not the station for them. So I
But
don't.
this was a Spanish station for 19 years. You have no idea how many
I know,
Latino listeners we still have from that 19 years. It's true.
Are they still waiting for us to play Despacito each morning, or what? The Menudo
Mike,
classics?
you were here when we turned over from
I was.
Spanish to English.
I was there that entire evening and morning.
Well, was it a political station or did we play music? What did we do here?
During the transition?
No.
We played Ronald Reagan speeches, is what we did.
Did you?
For
Oh,
12
really?
hours, yes.
What?
We really did.
Did you go under the name Miguel Scott during that time period?
No, I actually was just watching the transition with Eric. Eric was running the board at that point. Eric Thomas, our operations manager, and we just ran 12 hours of. We went right cold from Spanish talk into Ronald Reagan.
All right. Well, there's a Throwback Wednesday. If you've got a favorite Spanish song you'd like us to spin, give us a call.
Enrique Iglesias, please.
Yeah, we'll do, and we could do crossover artists too. I mean, we'll take a Mark Anthony, we'll take an Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take a Jose Iglesias. Or wait, what's his dad's name again?
No, it's Jose Iglesias.
No, it's not Jose.
No, it's why can't I remember?
He did
Iglesias'
a song
father.
with Willie Nelson, for heaven's sake.
For all the girls I've loved before.
Yeah.
Julio Iglesias.
Julio.
Golly. You people are so culturally illiterate. Thank God I'm here. That's not Julio Iglesias.
But it is Despacito.
Yeah. We'll take Damn Yankee request. Yeah.
He's a Republican.
Daddy
by the way.
Yankee. Daddy Yankee. Damn Yankees was the band that
Nugent and
Nugent, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is what happens at 5:30. It's a little loosey-goosey this morning. But we'll
Coming
get
up
it together.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Again, your favorite Spanish songs. Let's get a mariachi band in here maybe for the 6 o'clock hour. It's exactly. Get some Padron. It's like it's 1998 all over again.
On Julio Tequila.
Oh, Don Julio, yeah. Don
But first, let's go to the newsroom. Here's Mike Scott.
46 degrees, cloudy skies. Winds are gusting out of the south at 12, and we have light rain showers in the area this morning. Now, the very latest on that gunman behind the rampage in Northern California. Apparently, according to the Associated Press, that man was out on bail after being charged with stabbing a neighbor and had been the subject of a domestic violence call the day before. Neighbors also say they repeatedly reported to police that Kevin Neal had been firing off hundreds of rounds of ammunition day and night.
We're working on motives at this time to figure out what the motive was for this event.
That's the assistant sheriff in Tehama County, California, Phil Johnson. Authorities Tuesday night identified the shooter again as 43-year-old Kevin Neal of Rancho Tehama Reserve. Neal began his shooting spree just before 8 a.m. Tuesday when he killed a man and a female neighbor he was feuding with. He then stole a vehicle and opened fire at several other locations. Neal shot 14, killing 4 before he died in a shootout with police. Alabama Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore rejecting calls to quit the race at a Baptist church in Jackson, Alabama last night.
Why do you think I'm being harassed by media and by people pushing forward allegations
in the last 28 days of this election.
Moore has aggressively denied the claims of 5 women who accuse him of sexual misconduct. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the Alabama Republican Moore must step out.
There's no question that there's a deep concern here. Roy Moore should step aside. The women who've come forward are entirely credible. He's obviously not fit to be in the United States Senate.
Meantime, the Republican National Committee is pulling all support for the embattled Senate candidate. Well, is it a coup or is it not in Zimbabwe? We don't know right now. That's what many are asking after a night of unrest in the African nation. The military has been in the streets. They've seized control of a state-run television broadcaster. Longtime President Robert Mugabe said to be safe, but also believed to be detained. Scientists, for the first time this morning, have tried gene editing inside the body in a bold attempt to permanently change a person's DNA to try and cure a disease. The experiment was done Monday in Oakland, California, on a 44-year-old man with an inherited metabolic disorder. Signs of whether it's working may come in about a month. Here in Chicago, a teen accused of threatening to shoot up a high school in the northwest suburbs is under arrest. It actually happened in Wakanda. Karsten Goodson was arrested at his parents' home in Island Lake last night. Search is underway to find a man suspected of robbing several suburban banks. The FBI tells us the most recent robbery happened yesterday at a TCF bank branch inside a Jewel Osco in Lisle. College hoops at the United Center last night. State Farm Champions Classic. Number 1 Duke takes down number 2 Michigan State. Number 3 Kansas over Kentucky. Northern Illinois right here on AM 560. Open its season with a win over Wisconsin Green Bay 85-65. The news service of Indeed.com. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. You can post a job in minutes, manage your candidates from an easy-to-use dashboard. Post your next job on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. 5:34. We'll have a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Mike Gallagher isn't surprised by the media's behavior anymore.
And of course, the media corruption on this is unbelievable. If you're going to report breathlessly on the indictment of Paul Manafort and this guilty plea by Papadopoulos, how do you not include in your media coverage what we found out about the Clinton campaign and the DNC? But they don't even mention it in the media coverage right now. Shocking. The media's corrupt. I know that's news to you, huh?
The Mike Gallagher Show. Weekdays at 9, right before Dennis Prager at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
Got a big mess that needs to be cleaned up? Hurry down to Lowe's to pick up your ShopVac brand wet dry vacuum with new advanced motor technology, starting at just $79.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Hey, Craig and Leslie here from In the Know. The end is near. No, not doom and gloom. The end of the year is almost here. What does that mean, Leslie?
New Year's resolutions? The desire to make changes?
Absolutely. So right now is the perfect time to plan ahead. Why wait? Make a resolution now to meet with our team at Wealth Management Group.
Make an appointment today at investwithwmg.com. That's investwithwmg.com. And listen to In the Know Sunday mornings at 10 right here on AM 560, The Answer.
5:35. I know this guy is a big fan of Tigres del Norte, so he is going to be putting that request in all morning long. Jim Talamonte is in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Buenos dias, Mike. 8094 westbound. Got a little bit of slow traffic in an unusual place for this time of the morning. It's slow from Munster to Lansing, going from around Calumet Avenue to Torrance on the westbound side. Elsewhere, northwest Indiana is looking good. The Edens and the Kennedy are just fine, but at O'Hare 190 westbound traffic is slow. From the Kennedy to River Road, there's a rollover crash right at the exit, and there's a light pull down. Inbound Eisenhower, seeing about a 2-minute delay now, 25th Avenue to Des Plaines Avenue. Inbound Stevenson, a 2-minute delay central to Pulaski. Inbound Ryan delays start around Cermak, 19 minutes, 95th to downtown. Outbound 20, road work at the south end. I-57, 27 minutes. I-80 to the merge, Bishop Ford 30. Traffic, service of Firestone Complete Auto Care. The 4,000 ASE certified technicians at Firestone Complete Auto Care have the state-of-the-art tools to keep your car running newer, longer. Come in today and get $100 off any purchase of $500 or more. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Morning rain. Otherwise, we'll have clouds and a high of 51. Colder overnight, low 31, and temperatures will barely break 40 tomorrow with an overnight low of 32. Currently rain and 47. Next news coming up at 6. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Get Down to Business with Shalom Klein, the show for business and jobs powered by Tandem HR. Heard Sunday evenings at 6.
All the girls I once caressed.
Yeah. I like Julio better than Enrique.
Yeah, he's
more dignified. Although I do like that, there's that one Enrique Iglesias song that's like a earworm. You can't get out of your head when you hear it, but I can't think of it when Julio's
another
in my
song
ear.
is
Yeah,
being
I know.
piped in your head.
Wait.
Your favorite Julio or Enrique Iglesias songs, 312-642-5600, the turnkey DAPCO answer line. You can also type in 64636DA.
Yeah, we're living La Vida Loca this morning on AM
Vida Loca,
560.
there you go.
Yeah, sure.
We are because Blaine has won the hardware. Right here. If any of you are watching us on the webcam, you can see the trophy. Right here.
Yeah, somebody tweeted out a congratulations to me for my leadership in the owner's box and producing a championship in a dynasty. Oh, that was me. I tweeted that out. Congratulations from Ann B. Davis's bowling. Congratulations to Amy Jacobson and her championship team. Like Joe Madden, I'm certain you now get preferred seating at DeBevics. When does the parade start to you at Grand Park? Are you going to do a Grand Park? Are you going to do a bus tour?
We should. I mean, again, this is going to be on display at the Jewels in Elk Grove on Beesterfield Road.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's moving over to the Jewels on Southport. And then maybe the CVS on Southport. Or maybe it's Julius Meinhold. I'm not sure. Or the Lululemon there. But we for sure have an
Julius Meinhold. Oh, boy, that's very sophisticated.
That's at the corner of Addison.
Well,
and
I know,
Southport.
but I mean, that's wow.
Hello. And then
love those Julius
it's going to
Meinhold
be at
coffee.
D'Agostino's on Thursday night. And on Friday, it's going to be at Shield Park, the Chicago Park District. I'm not kidding you. That's going to be on display Friday night. If you want to touch the trophy, okay? I'd touch it.
But it may need to go to the Swedish Museum on Saturday.
Ooh, there's a glug contest, too, on Saturday.
And you can put it right on top of the new fiberglass water tower. Yes. Just have it shine as a beacon for all to see.
Oh, you can, it's the I know you think hero because I'm a balladeer, a professionally trained balladeer, but it's not. That's not my Enrique Iglesias song. It's that song that goes, "You can run, you can hide, but you can't escape my love."
Oh, you can run, you can hide,
Yeah.
but you can't.
That's pretty
hear
good.
How it goes. I love
Yeah,
that song.
that's a good song.
Na, na, na.
Yeah.
Na, na, na,
Still like
na,
Julio
na,
better.
Feel like leaving. I can't make you.
Well,
It's called Escape.
I don't like that song
Can you-
anymore now. I don't. What's changed? It's
Because I sound like.
all right. So
I'm gonna get that on my iTunes.
okay, well you do that. Meanwhile, I'll be over here doing a show, and we'll do a little discussion of politics and news.
There is a coup d'etat right now in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I know. Good
Sorry.
news. Mel Reynolds may be able to go back. No.
How old's that guy?
Be happy
93
to
years
export
old?
him. So Jeff Sessions, the man that Mitch McConnell wants to replace Roy Moore in that Senate race in Alabama, he was on the Hill testifying again yesterday.
Oh, longest 5 hours of my life.
I don't know why you watched 5 hours of it. It was
I did. It
just,
was-
kind of one of these show trials that Congress is adept at producing. But Sessions talking about this meeting with George Papadopoulos, of course, who's under indictment for lying to the FBI.
Who lives in his parents' basement in Ravenswood.
Right, and was part of the advisory foreign policy team on the Trump presidential campaign, at least for a time. Previous testimony before Congress, he forgot to mention this interchange that he and Papadopoulos had. So he took it head on the Hill.
Lastly, I would like to address the false charges made about my previous testimony. My answers have not changed. I've always told the truth, and I have answered every question as I understood them to the best of my recollection, as I will continue to do today. I would like to address recent news reports regarding meetings during the campaign attended by George Papadopoulos and Carter Page, among others. Frankly, I had no recollection of this meeting until I saw these news reports. I do now recall that the March 2016 meeting at the Trump Hotel that Mr. Papadopoulos attended, but I have no clear recollection of the details of what he said at that meeting. After reading his account and to the best of my recollection, I believe that I wanted to make clear to him that he was not authorized to represent the campaign with the Russian government or any other foreign government for that matter. But I did not recall this event, which occurred 18 months before my testimony of a few weeks ago. And I would gladly have reported it had I remembered it, because I pushed back against his suggestion that I thought may have been improper.
And then Sessions went on to sort of have his implicit have you no shame, senators moment.
In all of my testimony, I can only do my best to answer your questions as I understand them and to the best of my memory. But I will not accept and reject accusations that I have ever lied. That is a lie. Let me be clear. I have at all times conducted myself honorably and in a manner consistent with the high standards and responsibilities of the Office of Attorney General, which I revere. I spent 15 years in that department. I love that department. I honor that department and will do my dead level best to be worthy of your Attorney General.
And then he said, have you no decency, Senator? Not shame. Decency, Senator. Yeah, the old Joseph Welch line to Joe McCarthy. Yeah. So that was supposed to be fireworks on the Hill with Jeff Sessions and this the Russian collusion allegations that are bandied about, sans much supporting evidence, at least to this juncture, or certainly with respect to Sessions. Does anybody really believe Jeff Sessions was colluding with the Russians in any material way?
That's all they have to hold on to.
I mean, it's absurd. Meanwhile, the actual story that's going underreported,
yes, is
but it's getting some good coverage and some dot connecting. One of the people that's done the best job of reporting on the dossier and reporting on where the real center of gravity is in all this Russian collusion business is Kim Strassel over at the Wall Street Journal. She had a piece earlier this week lifting the Steele curtain, talking about the Steele dossier. She went on Tucker Carlson's show to distill her perspective a little bit more. She refers to the dossier as one of the dirtiest tricks in U.S. political history, and here's why, because of the implications. This is well beyond an opposition research file, and here's Kim Strassel explaining why that's so.
This is an Oppo research document, but of lower quality than even Oppo research documents. Normally, and look, all campaigns do this, but usually you dig up a driving under the influence conviction, or that you didn't pay your taxes one year, you plant it in the press, it makes the candidate look bad. This is a document based on unnamed, anonymous Russian sources, apparently. They've never been proven. A lot of them have been disproven. But then here's where they were particularly clever. They went and rather than give it to the press, they sent it to the FBI, and then they briefed the press, and then the press was able to claim that this was intelligence that the FBI possessed, and it gave it some air of credibility.
See, that's an important step that's not talked about enough. Remember who's in charge of Fusion GPS, former Wall Street Journal reporters like Glenn Reynolds. And so the idea that they send anonymous sourced, but Russian, intel that's been gathered by this former British spook, and they send it to the FBI, and then they write a story about the FBI having it, so that, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that it was sent to the FBI, and the question, of course, is this little bit of sleight of hand, the basis for all of the Russian collusion obsession, the flimflammery that's been associated with this investigation for the better part of a year, and also the use of the state for political purposes. The key question, as Kim Strassel articulates.
But did this document actually inspire the FBI to end up wiretapping a political campaign, which is no small deal, by the way?
Yeah, using the state for politics, the power of the state to put your finger on the scale for one political candidate over the other in terms of the Obama administration for Hillary as opposed to the Trump campaign. And the other thing that they kicked around, which is important, is the House oversight of the FBI and the inability until recently, Paul Ryan announced just a couple of weeks ago, finally the FBI says they're going to cooperate, the inability to get the associated files that will ostensibly lay out the basis for the pursuit of the FISA warrants, for wiretapping, and fill in this picture, answer these questions that remain unanswered. Why are they unanswered? The FBI, there is congressional oversight of the FBI, but they've been resistant for the better part of a year to turn over documents that the House has every right to obtain to get important questions like Kim Strassel just posed answered.
Well, why are they dragging their feet?
Well, certainly because they're dragging their feet, one is, it sort of leads one to believe that maybe something nefarious was afoot. I don't know, but I do know that the House needs to fulfill its oversight responsibilities, that the FBI needs to produce these documents, that this story needs to be completed, that these questions need to be answered. And the things that Strassel poses are really the important questions, the important dots connected, and the important questions that require answers. Jimmy on the Kennedy here on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey, good.
Hey, from what I understand, you're leaving one key part out of it, and that was it was before it was given to the FBI. My understanding is it was given to John McCain, who implored the FBI to look into it. And that in itself has not been brought up by you, or it's kind of getting brushed over what McCain's role in this is.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's a legitimate question. Thanks for the call, Jimmy. But ultimately, I'm much more interested in what this law enforcement body did and the basis on which they did it. And we don't really have an answer to that question.
The more you listen, the more you'll know. This is Chicago's Morning Answer. Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
A wet start to your day. Rain right now, but hopefully some just clouds by this afternoon. Warm, though, a high of 51 degrees. A little humid, too. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a lot cooler around here. Sun and clouds, a high of only 40 degrees. Let's get into our Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here is Jim Telemonte.
Thanks, Amy and Dan. Elk Grove Village westbound Devon remains blocked middle to Arlington Heights Road for crash investigation. Kennedy, little heavy now out of the River Road toll to Canfield. Delays on 190 westbound. Kennedy to River Road, rollover crash, the right lane. The Eisenhower is 5 minutes for delays from Manheim to Harlem. Stevenson now 45 minutes, 3:55 to the drive. Ryan 22 minutes, 90-50 downtown. It's heavy on I-57 at the Bishop Ford. Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Celebrate the Season of Audi sales event with a beautiful new Audi from Continental Audi of Naperville. Purchase or lease a new Audi during the event and we'll make your first payment of $600 to $1,300. How's that for spreading holiday cheer? With over 180 new vehicles in stock, we have the perfect Audi for you. Stop by for your best test drive ever and feel the sure-footed all-wheel drive performance of Audi Quattro on our exclusive Naperville test track. The 2018 Audi Q3 is an agile crossover with innovative technology, and it's available for 1.9% financing plus $1,500 of bonus cash. And don't forget, we'll make your first payment. Visit us at ContinentalAudi.com or in our Naperville showroom at Aurora and Ogden Avenues. Experience the Continental difference, where smiles are standard equipment. On select new Audi models, when you lease or finance with AFS, payments between $600 and $1,300, 1.9% for 66 months on 2018 Q3 models with approved credit. $1,625 per thousand finance with zero down for 66 months, expires 1/2/18.
As flu season approaches, you know how to protect yourself against colds and viruses, but do you know how to protect your computer network? Ransomware, viruses, hacks, intrusions can cripple your company's computer network, stopping business in an instant. Is your network safe and protected? Can your data be restored easily? If not, you need to make an appointment with Turnkey IT. I'm actually going to be calling them today because my computer is breaking down. Turnkey IT provides frontline security for your network and its data. So if there's an email attachment opened in error or network intruder, Turnkey IT knows and can remedy the situation. They'll arm your network with cutting-edge antivirus, disaster recovery, and proactive monitoring software. See what Turnkey IT can do for you. Go to turnkey.pro. That's turnkey.pro.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender involves so much more than just a rate. Only Quicken Loans has earned 11 J.D. Power Awards. No other lender comes close to that level of client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage. It gives our clients a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online in minutes. No one else has anything like it. And our people. Each one of our 17,000-plus team members throughout Detroit, Cleveland, and Phoenix provides absolute client satisfaction each and every day. So why would you go anywhere else to get your mortgage? Go to America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
Upstream-ideas.com, premium content that complements what we do each morning on this show. Long-form interviews with opinion leaders and policymakers. This week we've got two because talked to them at our Freedom Fest Palooza Summit Fair over the weekend. Dinesh D'Souza and Ollie North, so you're going to want to check those out. Both really good interviews because of the subjects, not the interviewer. 60 Seconds of Sanity from yours truly. 2-minute warnings from Pat Hughes at Illinois Opportunity Project. Podcast of our Illinois Rising program covering state policy and politics, as well as our new series, Heart of the Matter, featuring professional women speaking collegially about the important issues of the day and their impacts on families and household budgets. And then don't forget our sister site, defendhomeowners.com, defendhomeowners.com. Free property tax reports, so you get an understanding of how the highest property taxes in the nation are decimating your home value in Illinois and for what. We also link it to school performance, student performance, which, of course, is where most of your property tax dollars are being spent, the local school districts. And then you can also download a petition that will allow you to help us get the necessary signatures to get an advisory question on the 2018 ballot that would reform Illinois' property tax system to make it similar to Indiana's and reduce your property taxes substantially, return your home equity overnight. So all the property tax stuff, defendhomeowners.com. Everything else, upstream-ideas.com.
If you're missing teeth or even a single tooth, dental implants are a fantastic way to regain your confidence, your smile, your dental health. Hi, it's Mike Gallagher. You hear a lot of people screaming at you about dental implants. Get it done in a day, or we can treat everybody, or hundreds of thousands of implants. Look, successful implants don't come from an implant factory. What you don't hear talked about is skill, treatment, and installation. These are what make for successful lifelong implants, and that's why you need to see Dr. Norouzi at Fox River Periodontics. Dr. Norouzi is the recommended choice of dentists that don't do implants. You need the experience, skill, and honesty that 24 years of dental implants brings.
This is Dr. Norouzi. I personally guarantee your happiness with your implants.
Call Fox River Periodontics, 630-232-7400, 630-232-7400, or just remember, implantsforme.com, implantsforme.com.
Scoundrels are not exclusive to politics. They're smart enough to occupy necessity service industries like the automotive business. As a real estate broker, my car is a lifeline and a total necessity to my business and my family. which is why I had to seek out an honest, truthful auto service provider. For over the past decade, I've put my trust in Craigies Mobile Service Center on Lake Street in Addison. Craigies handles full auto repair on foreign and domestic vehicles. They pride themselves on providing you the best cost-effective auto repair and expert advice. Craigies has full service bays and truck lifts that can service and manage your whole fleet. They also provide priority service for your business and can track each vehicle, alerting you to the repair before you need it, keeping your guys on the road. Since 1959, Craigies Mobile Service Center has thrived through 10 presidential administrations, giving you reputable, dependable, and honest auto repair. Do yourself a favor. Just go into Craigies on Lake Street in Addison. See my guy Vic. He'll set you up. Tell him Sean from Elmwood Park sent you. I approve of this message.
5:57. Let's get an update on the early morning ride to work in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim. We'll get back to Jim in just a moment, but first, your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Let's get the latest this morning with our meteorologist, Kevin Snyder.
Today, mostly cloudy with occasional showers in the morning. Wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour, high 51. Later tonight, clouds will break. Wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour in the evening, low 31. Sun and clouds tomorrow, high 41. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
Rain showers and 45 right now officially at O'Hare. The news, a service of Indeed.com. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses at useindeed.com for hiring. You can post a job in minutes, manage your candidates from an easy-to-use dashboard. Post your next job on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. 5:58. Let's try again with Jim and a quick update in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Thanks, Mike. Very heavy at O'Hare on westbound 190. There's a rollover crash in the right lane at River Road. Inbound Kennedy having Irving Park to Addison, where a crash just cleared out of the way. I-57, I-80 to the merge. It's 28 minutes. Bishop Ford 31. See a jam on the eastbound Adams Tollway from the Tri-State to the Kennedy. Traffic answers when you need them most. Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Coming up on 5:59, here are the stories we're following this morning on AM 560, The Answer. Just ahead of Fox News, a teenager is accused of threatening to shoot up Wakanda High School in the northwest suburbs. Carson Goodson made the threat on a Snapchat video. He was arrested at his parents' home in Island Lake last night. Deadly crime continues to plague the city of Chicago. Sun-Times reporting a man killed on the west side marked the city's 600th homicide this year. 2 men are facing charges following a police chase that began in Chicago with a carjacking and ended up with a crashed, stolen Jeep along the Eisenhower Expressway in Oak Park. CTA fare hike could be coming your way. The RTA is encouraging the CTA to raise fares to close a $33 million budget gap. More bad news for manufacturing in the state. That high-speed railroad car manufacturer, Nippon Shiro, lost their contract to build high-speed rail cars in Rochelle. College hoops last night. Northern Illinois opened its season with a win over Green Bay. Right now, rain showers and 45. WIND Chicago News Time is 6 o'clock.
He says if we don't get back to God, we're not going anywhere. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Roy Moore, defying calls from fellow Republicans to drop out of Alabama's Senate race, quoted Bible verses in a church last night.
Isn't it enough that we had a God that gave us a country that we're living in? Isn't it enough that we have a God that gave us our rights?
Moore tells supporters he wants to talk about the issues, denying the claims from two women Moore groped them as teenagers in the 1970s. The Republican National Committee has withdrawn its support, but Moore is still leading the race in a new local Fox 10 poll in Alabama, giving him a 6-point lead over Democrat Doug Jones. A third of voters say the allegations make them more likely to support Moore. Only 1 in 9 say less likely. There's an Obamacare repeal wrinkle to tax reform that's making Senate Democrats like Chuck Schumer oppose it even more.
Thelma and Louise are warming up the car, preparing to drive it over the cliff.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
Dave, Obamacare's individual mandate is on the chopping block in the Senate tax bill to help pay for tax breaks. House Speaker Paul Ryan says he wants to see if the Senate can get it passed before moving forward with the idea.
Then we'll discuss whether or not it gets included at the end.
The proposal is controversial, but Louisiana Republican John Kennedy is hopeful.
My gut tells me that we will reach a consensus on doing that.
Also now in the Senate plan, an expiration date of 2025 for tax cuts for individuals. The House is expected to vote on its plan tomorrow. Dave?
Rachel, he called his mom and told her he's on a cliff with nowhere to go. Kevin Neal, the gunman who killed 2 neighbors in Northern California, then murdered 2 others and injured 10 before police killed him.
This guy was on a killing rampage. He was driving up and down the street shooting at passerbys.
That's Tehama County Assistant Sheriff Phil Johnston. 2 of those injured were kids at an elementary school Neal shot at. Fox News. Fair and balanced.
On AM 560, The Answer. Your opinion counts. And we want to know how you feel about the news stories we're talking about each and every day. Make sure to vote in the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll at 560theanswer.com. Listen for today's poll question at 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. And hear the results each evening at 5:30. It's the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll on 560theanswer.com.
Millwright work is often technical and requires a high degree of precision. The pros at Vans Industrial are skilled mechanics that can perform any type of millwright work, including installation and maintenance of your factory equipment and machinery. For your machine repair needs, look no further than Vans Industrial.
Hi, I'm Dave Van Camp, president of Vans Industrial. Vans Industrial is an industrial millwright contractor that can install new mechanical systems or repair existing systems. Our services include repair of bearings, shafts, shiv alignments, as well as installation of conveyors and bucket elevators. Our team of trained mechanics will respond to your emergency calls 24/7, keeping your systems operational. We're here to help you.
Call 219-931-4881 today for a free inspection of your facility. Interested in what else they do? Visit vansindustrial.com. That's VANS industrial.com. Quality craftsmanship since 1964.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender means choosing more than just a rate. Does calling the company with 11 J.D. Power Awards for client service matter? Does calling the company that invented Rocket Mortgage, the industry's most innovative technology, matter? If working with America's #1 online lender matters to you, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 3030.
Home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. Whether you're at home, your business, or online, ADT helps keep you safe with security systems, home automation, alarms, and surveillance, so you can feel at home wherever you are. Go to ADT.com to get that feeling. ADT, home, safe home.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Power Trading Radio. Heard Sundays at 2 p.m. Brought to you each week by Online Trading Academy.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. Shelby Steele, one of my favorite academics, as you know, Amy.
Of course, I know. I know who all your faves are.
Shelby Steele, the author of White Guilt, Content of Character.
Hey, you're
another
supposed
other
to
books.
let me borrow that book.
Oh, yeah, I got to bring it in for you. I will.
Well, you're kind of dragging your feet.
Yeah, I forgot.
I mean, we've only been working together, 3 years now?
Well,
2
I mean,
years, whatever it is.
you
and
just recently suggested that you wanted to read it after I demanded that you read it. So
See how that works?
Yeah.
So then how it works going forward is you actually bring the book in to the studio.
I got that. I'll fulfill that request.
Thank you.
So Shelby Steele sat down, and we played some of his remarks in a speech he gave to the Heritage Foundation the other week. Excellent distillation of leftism, which in an interview with Ginny Thomas for the Daily Caller Foundation, Ginny Thomas, the wife of Clarence Thomas, and Steele is friends with Clarence Thomas and also reveres Clarence Thomas. But Steele talks about the greatest threat facing American culture?
I think liberalism is the biggest threat to our culture and our way of life. I think the left causes people to sell themselves out to identity and to all sorts of ideas and idealisms and so forth, that the left encourages them to take these multiculturalism, diversity, inclusion, all these sorts of things, and identify with them and give themselves a self-esteem based on these empty idealisms that have no connection to reality. And so leftism, I think, really retards development as a human development. The more you get stuck in them, the less you grow, the less you develop. They become parts of the personality that are just lazy.
312-642-5600, turnkey.pro answer line. 646-36DA, turnkey.pro text line. Is that a sentiment with which you agree, that leftism retards one's intellectual and, frankly, emotional development? As much as the left is driven by emotion, they're actually emotional children. They're sentimental barbarians, the term that I like to ascribe to people, including some who think they're center-right, who are sentimental barbarians nonetheless.
So liberalism is the biggest threat to our culture?
Yeah, leftism is the biggest threat to our culture because it is soul-crushing. As Steele Point talks about, it is all wrapped up in identity artifices that have nothing to do with an understanding of the world around you, the reality around you. Now, the goal, of course, is to reshape the reality around you according to the cultural Marxists, and that's why it's a threat, because the goal is to alter the reality around us, alter the nature of man, if you will, and, frankly, the power of the state versus the power of the individual. I mean, that's why it's a threat. Cultural Marxism is the threat that he's essentially talking about without naming it. And he goes on specifically to talk about black families. Shelby Steele grew up on the South Side. Yep. African-American gentleman, if you didn't know. And here's what he says about how devastating leftism has been to black families in this country.
The most authentic thing about you as a black person is that you come from a victimized and entitled group. That's the kiss of death. You believe that you're going nowhere. You're not going to learn anything. You're stopped in your tracks, and you can't do a worse thing to someone than to impose on them that kind of identity, as white Americans often do, as a way of then winning back moral authority for themselves. And it's a selfish thing to do. It's pernicious. The slave master didn't do that. He demanded labor. He may beat you, but he didn't take your soul. He didn't tell you who you were as a human being. But today, liberalism does that.
I mean, that's a strong statement that leftism, today's leftism, worse than the slave master. Mm-hmm. Takes your soul, tells you who you are. It's not the slave master, of course, subjugated people and treated them inhumanely by definition, but it didn't alter their identity, who they were, really, their soul, as Steele is saying.
Well, people are reliant on welfare. And
this is more than.
But this is more than just.
This
that?
is not. This is more than. I mean, that's a manifestation of it, the dependency culture, but it's one step back from that. The identity. You start out, once you're identified as a victim, and you're pigeonholed as a victim, then the state moves in to aid in the soul crushing. All you are is your skin color. All you are is your gender, or the gender to which you identify. And by the way, you don't think this is real? You don't think this is happening? Well, of course you do. And it's obvious. And there's this. Pew survey, 3 out of 4 college-educated Democrats believe that sex is not determined at birth.
Oh, that we form into our gender?
Yeah.
So we're going to have genderless birth certificates?
Which statement comes closer to your views? Whether someone is a man or a woman is determined by the sex they were assigned at birth, or someone can be a man or a woman even if that is different from the sex they were assigned at birth. 3/4 of college-educated Democrats, the people who believe in science, say that you can choose your gender. That's what Steele is talking about. He used race as one example, talking about black families in America. But you could do the same thing with the gender identity. It's the same scam. And who's enforcing it? Who's celebrating it? Who's being forced to pay for it? All of us. Pentagon to pay for surgery for transgender soldier, active duty service member, gender reassignment surgery Tuesday, and the first such procedure approved under a waiver allowing the Pentagon to pay for the operation. The Pentagon meaning American taxpayers.
Why do we have to pay for anybody's gender reassignment surgery?
Infantry soldier who identifies as a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got taxpayer-funded gender reassignment surgery. Military hospitals do not have the surgical expertise to perform this type of surgery. Therefore, it was conducted in a private hospital, said the Pentagon. Ron on the South Side, you're on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Hey, Dan, Steele lost all kind of credibility with that comment. You can't extol the virtues of individualism and then talk about the slave owner, and which denied individuals.
He's not defending the slave master. He's not defending it. That's a misread. It's exactly what he. Did you hear what he said? Here, hold on.
I heard what he said.
Well, let me play it again.
The most authentic thing about you as a black person is that you come from a victimized and entitled group. That's the kiss of death. You believe that you're going nowhere. You're not going to learn anything. You're stopped in your tracks, and you can't do a worse thing to someone than to impose on them that kind of identity, as white Americans often do, as a way of then winning back moral authority for themselves. And it's a selfish thing to do. It's pernicious. The slave master didn't do that. He demanded labor. He may beat you, but he didn't take your soul. He didn't tell you who you were as a human being. But today, liberalism does that.
He demanded labor. He beat you. He's not defending the slave master, obviously. He's trying to kind of give an order of magnitude of just how, as he said, pernicious leftism is, because it steals your identity and you become a willing accomplice to it. So that's a different thing. And now this is happening, as we said, with gender, too. Did you see this piece in the Chicago Tribune? The Tribune should be embarrassed for both the substance of this piece as well as the quality of the writing.
I have to be honest with you. I was surprised that they published that.
The piece by K.T. Hawbaker
starts out in the Daily Center, where most of our marriages end.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Going public with a relationship too soon post-divorce? ?
I mean, you're not going to. It's bad.
All right, try and follow
All
this.
Right.
My almost ex-wife and I were sitting across from the Daily Center courthouse about to finalize our divorce when I told her I was seeing someone new. I know, Chris, right? She smirked, maybe out of pain, but probably out of satisfaction. Earlier in the year, as we began to split, she and I went out to a bar where she accused me of being straight after a few beers. Hang on. My new relationship with a man, queer as he was, suggested she was right. So she's...
Right. So she married him knowing he was gay?
She was, quote-unquote, married to another woman.
Oh.
Right? And then she's now dating a man who's gay.
Shame on the church. I mean, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to know about that.
Taking the new relationship public was total trial and error. Another entry to the long list of guidebooks I wish they had for divorced pansexual 20-somethings.
And what is pansexual again? That means you're
Just seemed like there was nothing out there I could relate to. Yeah.
pansexual.
You know what pansexual is? I mean, would you please get with the times?
Pan-
Pansexual meaning I'm attracted to all genders and all genders so identified. So actual men and women, as well as men or women identifying as men or women.
Okay.
Hey, look at
But
any.
you're not in love with innate objects, right? Like you're not in love with a building. Remember that woman who married
Oh
a
yeah,
building?
married a building. Yeah, everything. No. This all in human form. Everything goes.
Okay.
Pansexual. And so what's a divorced pansexual 20-something to do?
Well, first of all, way too young to get married anyway in your 20s.
Yeah, I think
Do
that's.
the Dan
I think
Croft
that's.
route and marry yourself when you're in your mid-40s.
I think that's way down the list of problems here. Uh-huh.
Why would the Tribune lower themselves to even publish that smut? It's smut.
I flew off to New York with Chris, the poet I'd fallen wildly in love with, the gay guy. We took a bunch of joyful selfies throughout the village, of course, and posted them all over social media.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
The look at me generation.
Yeah. But then a couple months later, Chris and KT hit an impasse when the pain of divorce resurfaced. It was a huge slice of humble pie served freezing cold. This is what I'm talking about. This is awful writing. Just on the merits of the writing, this should not have been published. But of course,
they're desperate.
Merit is subordinated to political agendas at the Tribune, Ed Board, and everywhere else. And while thinking about him stings, the nutritious parts of my pain have been a wake-up call. Taking a new relationship public, making it Facebook official, meeting each other's friends was an exercise in honoring my desires. I had big feelings, and instead of stuffing them down, I chose to proudly throw them out into the universe. Yay! This is not tongue-in-cheek. This is all about a pansexual 20-something divorced from a lesbian dating a gay guy, talking about when to go public with the relationship.
Sounds like they already have if they posted selfies of themselves. Huh?
Going through divorce is a lot like chasing a pinata. I felt like I was blindfolded and spun around until I was dizzy. Right now, I'm staggering around in the dark for a few moments as I try to find my target. Hey, anything goes. Maybe walking in the wrong direction a few times. The promise of sweetness, however, keeps me swinging that bat. Is that a metaphor? So this is 20-something pansexuals. No. Just civil unions. Just civil unions and that. Oh, no. Now we have to redefine marriage. Oh, no. Now anything goes.
Well, there's an Oklahoma woman who married her biological mother.
Yeah.
That's a felony in Oklahoma. She could receive a 10-year sentence for what she did. And this woman, Misty Spann, she pled guilty to incest. Her mom, by the way, married her brother in 2008. That marriage was dissolved in 2010. So this is a woman who married her son, then got divorced, or the partnership was annulled, then married her daughter because, quote unquote, we hit it off. They hit it off when they rejoined each other.
Who's to say? Who's to say? You've erased all the boundaries.
So gross.
So I mean, who? This is what's the Mark Kirk formulation? So to
love. What did he say again? Love.
All that matters is who you love and who loves you back. Well, by that standard, if Misty and Patricia Spann, mom and daughter, say they love each other,
they hit it off.
Then
they
that's
reunited.
That's all that matters, right? That's marriage equality, isn't it? That's culture. Where does that go? To the gender fluidity, to you paying for gender reassignment surgery for people that have mental illness, for parents inflicting child abuse on their kids.
Well, you know what Mom told investigators? She said that she didn't think that it was illegal because she took her name off of her birth certificate as her mother.
Well, if they under the
so she thought that it's legal.
Excuse me, under the Obergefell decision, if they challenged the constitutionality of the Oklahoma law, they'd have a good chance of winning.
Wow.
What's the limiting principle in the Obergefell decision? There isn't one. And so, I mean, we talk about preteens where parents are pushing them to get gender reassignment surgery or indulging their, I'm a boy saying I'm a girl today until, 6 months later when they decide, no, I'm actually a boy. But then it's too late. We've documented a number of cases like that. Those aren't going to be covered anywhere else, of course. And so this goes to this Maggie Gallagher piece. I think we've got her on the show tomorrow. But in First Things, Culture is Downstream from Politics, she kind of challenges the notion that politics is downstream of culture, which is an argument that I've generally made as well, although she essentially just says politics is part of culture. Well, of course it is. And so when things like race and gender are politicized, though, they're destroyed. And people are destroyed. That's what Shelby Steele is talking about, and that's what we see in these cases. I mean, incest and pansexual think pieces in the Chicago Tribune, and 3/4 of college-educated Democrats thinking that you can pick your gender. It has nothing to do with science. George in Libertyville, you're on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Yeah, good morning, guys. This is such a great piece by that guy, and it really speaks to the fact that liberalism is a mental disorder. I mean, even if the left got what they wanted, like for example, with all this ridiculous kneeling, when would the kneeling stop? How do the rest of us know that they actually or how would they even know that they got what they wanted so they would stop kneeling? There's no definable event nationwide that could preclude that. Okay, we now have this utopia.
Thanks for the call, George. Steve in Chicago.
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to follow up with Shelby Steele. His book called Shame is the best book I've ever read on how liberalism or leftism has become a religion. And it's not a mental disorder, it's a religion. And I encourage all of your readers to read that thing at least twice.
Thanks for
They really want to know what's going on.
Thanks for the call, Steve. Nobody connects the dots, and nobody distills this better than Shelby Steele, and it's a religion. And as you see from these survey numbers, the left and those who identify as men and women of the left are all zealots when it comes to that religion.
Before you see it on TV, share it on Facebook, or read about it in the paper. Hear it here first. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Rain this morning, otherwise mostly cloudy skies. Warm, though, for this time of year, a high of 51 degrees. Then tomorrow, reality kicks back in. It's going to be cooler. Sun and clouds, a high of just 40. Let's get into the Alarm Detection System Traffic Center. Here's Jim Telemonte.
Thanks, Amy. South Loop got a collision involving a pedestrian, 9th and State. Aiden's 24 minutes, like Cook to Montrose, outbound 20. The Kennedy, 29 minutes, O'Hare to downtown, outbound it's 40. There are delays in westbound 190. Rollover crash at River Road on the right shoulder. The Eisenhower's now 50 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound 35. Stevenson, jammed, starting with the heaviest delays from LaGrange Road to Kedzie. An hour and 2 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound 40 minutes. Ryan, 28 minutes, 95th to downtown. I-57, 35 minutes, I-80 to the Merge. Bishop Ford, 37. Eastbound Adams Tollway jam from the Tri-State to the Kennedy. Jim Talamont, the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Gentlemen, it's No Shave Movember. Time to change the face of your health for the better. Take the first step and get your levels checked by someone you can trust. I personally recommend my friends at Low T Center. That's where I got my levels tested. Their service is fantastic. Their physicians exclusively diagnose and treat men for low testosterone levels. At Low T Center, they know we hate going to the doctor. That's why they make it quick and easy. With their on-site lab, you get your results back in about 20 minutes, and most health insurance is accepted. This Movember, Low T Center is offering a testosterone and prostate level test with an assessment for just $50. Guys, take the first step. Contact my friends at Low T Center, now with a location in downtown Chicago, on the Mag Mile at 625 North Michigan Avenue. Call 312-239-3427. Tell them Dan Prof sent you. That's 312-239-3427. Call 312-239-3427 now, or visit them online at lowtcenter.com.
Hey guys, Ken here from the award-winning podcast Today's Growth. If you had to choose sides, which camp would you rather be in? Would you rather have time and no money, or money and no time? Did you know that 95% of U.S. adults by choice have settled into these categories? Much more interesting is that 1 out of 20 people have built their life around achieving simultaneous control of both time and money. What choices did these 5% make that the others didn't? My friends at Income Store have shown both households and businesses how to build second, third, and even fourth revenue streams for the express purpose of gaining control of time. When it comes to helping folks create their next revenue model, both Forbes and Inc. recommend Income Store as a can't miss. Could your household or business use an additional revenue model that doesn't solely depend on you? If so, you need to check out IncomeStore.com. That's IncomeStore.com.
Go to IncomeStore.com today. That's IncomeStore.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I have been on these supplements from Balance of Nature for a couple of years now. And prior to that, I used other supplements. They did nothing for me. This has been absolutely wonderful. I have never felt so good, and I have felt so much better health-wise. My cholesterol's down. All my numbers are down, and it's been great. So I highly recommend Balance of Nature.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago. That's promo code Chicago. Balance of Nature. Order today.
Why choose Taboda and Associates to handle your retirement? Well, because we provide objective advice and concierge service, investments, insurance, retirement planning, all at one location. We also partner with qualified attorneys and CPAs to provide complete financial strategies for our clients. We use a variety of investment and insurance products to custom design retirement plans that can give clients a clear look at their future. We help you stay on the path toward financial independence. If you don't want to do it yourself and you want to work with a team to create a financial strategy for your future, give us a call. 630-777-7955. That's 630-777-7955. Would you rather get retirement advice from some TV show host who doesn't know anything about you, or Taboda and Associates? 630-777-7955. Taboda and Associates is a registered investment advisory firm. Jack Taboda is an investment advisor representative and insurance professional. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Investment advisory services offered through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Have pain you can't ignore? Then try first-in-class relief from Salonpas. Salonpas pain relief patches have everything you need in one clinically proven solution. They're the strongest label pain reliever available without a prescription, safely relieving pain for up to 12 hours. And Salonpas is the first and only FDA-approved OTC topical pain reliever. For first-in-class relief, get Salonpas pain relief patches in the green box with a blue wave.
AM 560, The Answer.
Quickly, just picking up on our talk about politics and culture and that pansexual op-ed in the Tribune. Cliff and Huntley, you're on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Hi. I was thinking that maybe that what's going on here is that the paper is publishing this kind of stuff because they believe it's going to sell newspapers. Maybe just an indication of the long but maybe not so slow slide into tabloid journalism.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good insight. Thanks for the call,
And
Cliff.
they're trying to attract new readers or something. I mean, clearly that is a sign of desperation. That article had no business being put in the Tribune.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Chicago is the worst governed city in America, major city in America, as I often say. And Sheila Weinberg from Truth in Accounting has the numbers to prove it at 6:36.
But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
Amy and Dan, good morning. Morning, everyone. 46 and a rain shower, winds south at 12, and more details are emerging about the gunman who killed 4 in a Northern California shooting rampage. Kevin Neal began that spree just north of Sacramento Tuesday when he killed 2 neighbors he'd had a long-standing feud with, then stole a vehicle, opened fire at several other locations, including an elementary school where Tehama County Assistant Sheriff Phil Johnston says school staff save lives.
The quick action of those school officials, there is no doubt in my mind, based on the video that I saw, saved countless lives and children.
Neal was later killed in a shootout with 2 officers. Police in Tampa this morning investigating a murder they believe is linked to 3 other killings in a single neighborhood. Police Chief Brian Dugan there telling folks gathered last night in the Seminole Heights neighborhood the killer is a spree killer and an opportunist.
But whoever's doing it is taking an opportunity where people are not paying attention or they're distracted, and they're able to sneak up on them and take their life, and then they're able to vanish under the cover of darkness.
The latest victim shot yesterday. 3 were killed within days of each other in October. Alabama Republican candidate Roy Moore says his fight against sexual assault allegations is a spiritual battle. At a Baptist revival last night, Moore showed no signs of ending his bid for U.S. Senate.
I'm the only one that can unite Democrats and Republicans, because I seem to be opposed by both. They've spent over $30 million to try to take me out.
Republican leaders are calling on Moore to step out of the race. Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe under house detention this morning after the military took what it calls temporary control of that African nation. The U.S. Embassy in Zimbabwe will not be open to the public today. The unrest appears to be tied to a struggle to decide who will succeed the 93-year-old Mugabe, the recently fired and military-supported vice president, or Mugabe's very unpopular wife, Grace. Puerto Rican officials say this morning half of their island's power grid should be up and running, 2 months after Hurricane Maria devastated that U.S. territory. A teen accused of threatening to bring a gun and shoot up Wakanda High School in the northwest suburbs is under arrest. Police took Karsten Goodson into custody at his parents' Island Lake home last night. A special prosecutor has no plans to indict any more Chicago police officers present when a fellow officer fatally shot black teen Laquan McDonald or took part in that investigation. The announcement means that the number of current or former Chicago police officers charged in an alleged cover-up to protect Jason Van Dyke now stands at 3. Chicago sports, college hoops at the UC. Was number 1 Duke taking down number 2 Michigan State last night. Number 3 Kansas beat Kentucky in the nightcap. Northern Illinois, right here on AM 560, opened its college basketball season with a big win over Wisconsin Green Bay, 85-65. The news service of Indeed.com. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. You can post a job in minutes, manage your candidates, and use a dashboard to post your next job on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. 6:34 is our time. A check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Papa Nicholas Coffee. Papa Nicholas, great coffee, period.
Savings based on 2-year protection plan compared to T-Mobile premium device protection as of July 12, 2017. Square Trade does not cover lost or stolen items. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting a new phone? Get this. Every 2 seconds, one of us accidentally breaks our phone. So, protecting your phone is a smart idea. But phone insurance through your wireless carrier can cost as much as $15 every month. Switch to Square Trade phone protection instead, for half the cost of insurance through your wireless carrier. And you could save $200 or more. It's like protecting 2 phones for the price of 1. Square Trade covers accidents like drops and spills with easy same-day repair options. Part of the Allstate family, we're trusted by over 30 million customers with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. And switching to Square Trade is easy. How else can you save $200 in 10 minutes? So don't wait. Switch today.
Switch to Square Trade now and you can save over $200. Visit squaretrade.com. That's squaretrade.com.
My name is David Hochberg, Vice President Lending at Pearl Mortgage. If you're looking to secure financing on a new home or refinance your existing home, give me a call. If you're purchasing a home within the next year, this is very important. Your credit score is the most important factor in determining your interest rate and monthly payments. I strongly advise listeners purchasing a home to contact me as far in advance as possible so I can pre-qualify you for free. I will analyze your credit and make recommendations to improve your credit scores so you can secure the lowest rate when purchasing a home. Paying banks and other lenders a fee to get pre-qualified is ridiculous. If you're purchasing a home, give me a call now at 312-751-1333 or visit am560david.com and get pre-qualified for free. I've helped thousands of AM560 listeners, but I can't help if you don't call 312-751-1333 or visit am560david.com. Pearl Mortgage, an equal housing lender, Illinois Residential Mortgage Licensee 4358 and MLS 19186.
It is 6:36, and let's get an update on the roads in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim.
Thanks, Mike. And Cicero, I have a closure of Cicero Avenue between 18th and 19th. Got a truck into an auto repair shop. Eden's inbound heavy. Church to the Junction, 33 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose, outbound 21. Kennedy, 36 minutes. O'Hare to downtown, 19 from Montrose, 15 in the Express. Outbound 51 minutes to the airport, with delays as well on westbound 190 from a crash at River Road. The Eisenhower is 54 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound 43. Stevenson, an hour and 10 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, 54 minutes to the Tri-State, outbound 46 minutes to 355. Ryan, 28 minutes, 95th to downtown, northbound Tri-State, slow from I-57 to 31st Street, and from the Reagan Tollway to the Eisenhower. Adams Tollway heavy from the Tri-State to Kennedy. The other tollways are all right. Traffic Service, Office Depot Office Max. You've been taking care of business all year, so let Office Depot Office Max take care of you. Treat yourself to great deals on tech and furniture, like maybe a new laptop or replace that squeaky chair. You deserve it. Office Depot Office Max, taking care of business. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte. AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Occasional morning rain. Otherwise, we'll have clouds throughout the day. High 51. Clouds will break overnight. Colder. Low 31. Currently, rain and 45. Next news at 7. And Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen to AM 560 on your mobile device. Now available on iHeartRadio. Online at iHeartRadio.com.
Some call me the sage from South Central. Others call me the czar of common sense. But you can call me Larry Elder. And you're invited to join me tonight, starting at 7, right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. So how's Chicago doing with all those property tax hikes and budgetary prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, it's a fun word, isn't it? Isn't it?
I think I majored in that in high school.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah. Isn't that a fun word?
Common spelling?
Yeah. With the P.
Prestidigitation,
Yeah.
6 syllables. All right.
So how's it going? Well, Truth in Accounting is releasing a new report on Chicago finances today. And a full disclosure, I'm on the board of Truth in Accounting, so factor that in however you see fit.
Of course you are. Do you guys have a calendar out this year? Are you the month of May?
Yeah. 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 Me and
the Truth in accounting people are so hot.
It's me and with green eye shades on and nothing else. But
I just want to know, are they real?
But the calculators are placed in
different spots.
Yeah, strategically.
And that pocket protector you have, really, it's almost too much for a woman to handle.
All right. So how is Chicago doing? Are we starting to climb back to something resembling fiscal viability? No. But for the details on this, we're pleased to be joined by our friend Sheila Weinberg. She, of course, the founder and CEO of Truth in Accounting. Sheila, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on. I think crustacean, isn't that a sea animal or something like
that? Yeah, it's a crustacean.
See, even Sheila doesn't know what it means. A prestidigitation, Croatian, what?
Yeah, artifice, a sleight of hand, synonyms. Yeah, I'm going all Wolf Blitzer on you. I'm just giving you a string of synonyms.
Yes, thank you.
He is also on our calendar.
Wolf Blitzer. He's
June.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a spectacular photo of him.
Yeah.
He's at Starved Rock. Yeah.
It's really well. We like to show off the sights of the features of Illinois as well. Okay, Sheila. Now to the hard numbers. Let's see. Chicago's got a $3.7 billion operating budget, $9.8 billion all funds. spending plan that Tiny Dancer promulgated for the current fiscal year. So how they doing over there on the 5th floor?
Well, we found that they're still not doing good. As of their last financial statement, which was as of December of 2016, they were still $37.4 billion in the hole. And to fix that, the mayor has raised taxes, but he would have to raise $41,700 per taxpayer to catch up to all the bills that they have accumulated, did not include in their balanced budget calculation, just to catch up.
Okay,
so we should all take out second mortgages on our home to pay the $41,700?
Yes, and get the city back on a sound financial footing.
Oh, sure, because then they'll stay on that sound financial footing, right, won't they? So one of these things you point out in the report that unfunded pension obligations are the main contributor to the city's $36 billion in unfunded pension obligations. So that's the main culprit when it comes to the debt load the city's carrying. But people hear this, they hear $41.7 per every Chicago taxpayer, not even household, every Chicago taxpayer. $36 billion unfunded pension liabilities. But we've been hearing the doom and gloom for a long time. Nobody believes it's real. People believe we can continue to play this shell game and just kind of muddle forward. Are they wrong about that? Should they actually be concerned about this, or is this just stuff for the number crunchers?
Well, I think, we experienced that with we are experiencing it with the state of Illinois, where, people have always asked us, well, what's going to happen with the city of Chicago or other jurisdictions we do our financial state of the government for. And we point to Illinois now, where they can't pay their bills. State workers and state retirees, if they want to go to the doctor, they have to pay up front because the doctors aren't going to wait for their bills. And the state's incurring tons of interest cost, and the city is doing the same. So they're just in a sinkhole that they're not going. We don't see them coming out of in the near future.
And do you see them making an effort to come out of it, or are those tax increases that you mentioned just going to kind of feed the beast, but sans any structural reforms that would change the trajectory of the city?
Well, we always say, in order to fix these problems, you have to bring more money in or take less money out. So on the surface, a tax, increase would bring more money in. I don't, know if I don't think they did very much of take less money out of the system. And one of our major concerns is that the citizens, it's not just a numbers game. I know we are accountants and we love to focus on numbers, but it's not a numbers game. It's where the citizens out there have not been provided enough information to be knowledgeable participants in their government or when they vote.
Okay. And that's how they like it.
Right. Well, why can't our officials, whether they state lawmakers, why can't they control their spending?
I mean,
does it come to a point where you wake up, you're like, you know what, I kind of have a problem here?
I think it's a political thing where the citizens, unfortunately, as you say, aren't paying enough attention. They're not but they can't hold their elected officials accountable, because, the mayor every year is coming out saying, hey, I balanced the budget. But in 2014, according to their own numbers, they ran a $5 billion deficit. Ooh. In 2015, the mayor again came out and said, I balanced the budget. They ran a $5 billion deficit. And in 2016, he came out and said he balanced the budget, and they ran a $3.6 billion deficit. So let's be truthful with the citizens, and so they can hold you accountable.
Yeah, more leisure domain from the political class. Leisure domain, that's a synonym for prestidigitation as well. Isn't that fun?
That is the word for the day, though. Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
I'm into big numbers, but not big words, Dan.
Well, Sheila, then you can't play here.
Well,
let me tell you.
You're also
going to have to go home.
You're also at Truth in Accounting into giving grades, and the letter that defines Chicago's financial condition, F. That's per the Truth in Accounting report. And so, talking about these numbers, the $36 and change billion in unfunded pension and retiree health care benefit liabilities. And we mentioned the multi-billion-dollar deficits that are being run under the guise of balanced budgets. We talked about just that the operating budget is less than $4 billion a year. Is there any way back? I mean, can these unfunded obligations ever truly be paid down?
That I cannot tell you. It looks impossible, and it probably is without some type of reform. The state Supreme Court put everybody in a huge box where you theoretically can't reform them, and so the only way you can do it is again. Raise taxes, bring more income in, or cut the size of government, and/or I would say you have to do both. It's and/or cut the size of government. But unfortunately, the citizens have not risen up and saying, "Hey, we need to do this."
Well, I think the soda tax inspired many people who have just kind of sat on the sidelines to get involved because for some reason. That struck a chord with people, unlike anything I've ever seen, any other taxes I've seen.
Yeah, and and the citizens and the taxpayers, property tax holders of the city have not been hit with a large portions of the taxes that the mayor did raise to cover these, and once those get implemented to their full power. Maybe the taxpayers of the city will revolt about those.
Well,
it's too bad everybody escrows their taxes.
Yes,
because
exactly. It should be forced to write the check.
Right, because then you realize
taxes.
exactly how much money you're actually paying.
Well,
but I have
waiting.
an idea. The truth in accounting calendar idea I have.
Yeah.
If you guys sell a lot of calendars, you could help.
We're going to pay down the city's unfunded liabilities
yeah.
with the calendars we sell? I don't think so. We're keeping that money for ourselves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dan wants to be on the cover this year.
It's a lot of competition.
We'll consider it, but
right.
we got other, we got other contenders,
Making accounting sexy again, Truth in Accounting. She is Sheila Weinberg, founder and CEO of Truth in Accounting. Sheila, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, Dan.
You're the best. And she joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
It's like a hot, steaming cup of information to start your day. It's Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
I'm trying to think where your photo shoot should be this year for the Truth in Accounting calendar. Starved Rock's taken. Where else could we go?
How about like me and Hayek both nude frolicking on that beach right across the street from my Lakeland Tower? Tastefully nude.
There's no, like the ESPN body issues image or that issue.
Yeah.
Body image issue. Wait, let me tell you about this. The Lyric Opera's Turandot will transport you to ancient China at the Lyric Opera House December 5th through January 27th. When a powerful princess meets a fearless prince, 3 riddles could mean life or death. Experience Puccini's passionate Turandot and a grand-scale production. It says Turandot, by the way. I know you corrected me. For more details and to buy tickets, visit lyricopera.org. That's lyricopera.org. Forecast for today, morning rain, otherwise mostly cloudy, warm. A high of 51 degrees. Let's get into our Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim Telemonte.
Amy and Dan, traffic is rather tasteless this morning. That rain is not helping. The Edens is 37 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose, outbound 24. The Kennedy, 46 minutes. O'Hare to downtown, and it just went up. 57 minutes. O'Hare to downtown, outbound 55. The Eisenhower's an hour, 390 to downtown, outbound 53 minutes. And Stevens is brutal. The delays start at 1:26. It's an hour and 12 minutes, 3:55 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound 51 minutes. Ryan, 28 minutes, 95th to downtown. I-57, 40 minutes, I-80 to the merge. Bishop Ford, 42. The tollways now all have delays as well. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
I'm Lou Dobbs. Target stores setting their sights on Christmas and another dismal year for the Postal Service. Those stories next. Are you being intimidated by the IRS? Rapid Resolution Tax Group is a team of tax attorneys, enrolled agents, and tax professionals who've helped thousands of people with problems just like yours, and they promise not to let the IRS intimidate you. If you are an individual or business who owes at least $10,000 to the IRS, you can turn to them for help. Has your bank account been levied? Do you have years of unfiled tax returns? Let Rapid Resolution Tax Group intervene for you. They're accredited with and A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they guarantee same-day contact with the IRS. If you qualify, Rapid Resolution Tax Group can work towards settling your tax debt for less, removing penalties and fees, and stopping levies and garnishments. Call the professionals at Rapid Resolution Tax Group at 800-601-2929. That's 800-601-2929. With Christmas shopping upon us, the CEO of Target says he's confident his revamped stores are ready for shoppers. Target has been renovating its stores nationwide, in some cases inconveniencing regular customers as it built out and modernized locations. Target is also hiring 100,000 seasonal workers. That's a 40% increase over last year. Economic reports due out today include the updated Consumer Price Index, the latest retail sales figures, and the week's trending in mortgage applications. The U.S. Postal Service just reported a financial loss for an 11th straight year. In the face of declining business, postal officials want to, you guessed it, raise the cost of postage stamps once again. It hasn't worked so far. Please join me for Lou Dobbs tonight at 7 and 11 Eastern on the Fox Business Network. This is the Lou Dobbs Financial Report.
When a powerful princess meets a fearless prince, 3 riddles could mean life or death. Experience Puccini's passionate Turandot in a grand-scale production never before seen in Chicago, featuring the blockbuster hit Nessun Dorma. Don't miss the drama and pageantry of Turandot. December 5th through January 27th in just 10 performances.
All this week, Dan and Amy have your tickets to Turandot at the Lyric Opera on AM 560, The Answer.
The same banking team you already know and trust at the Private Bank has come together with one of the strongest banks in North America. And we have a new name. The Private Bank is now CIBC. We share the same focus on building strong client relationships, and we're now backed by a bank with over 150 years of experience in putting clients first. Our name may have changed, but our commitment to helping your business grow is now stronger than ever. Visit us at CIBC.com/US. Member FDIC.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
We are so thrilled with this product. He was literally getting up, laying on the couch, and falling asleep. He's so alert. It's amazing, totally amazing. This is a great product. His sodium levels have been low for, I would say, maybe close to 20 years. He's normal now, and this is the first time, and I can't even thank you enough.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago. That's promo code Chicago. Order today.
Depression. You need to make it go away. Cure or remission is here. The revolutionary treatment of TMS.
800-604-0208.
TMS therapy is drug-free and non-invasive. Here's how it works. There are areas of the brain that control mood. If you suffer from depression, research has found these areas to be underactive. TMS therapy uses safe, small magnetic fields, similar to those used in an MRI. They stimulate and activate these mood centers, causing long-term, medication-free relief. HBR centers in Chicagoland and Wisconsin offer TMS. End the frustration with life and relationships.
It's FDA cleared and it is covered by most insurance, including Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Medicare.
Dangerous drugs and other treatments just mask the depression. Cure or remission. Get a free consultation.
800-604-0208.
HBR centers. Go to endmydepression.com.
Savings based on 2-year protection plan compared to T-Mobile premium device protection as of July 12, 2017. Square Trade does not cover lost or stolen items. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting a new phone? Get this. Every 2 seconds, one of us accidentally breaks our phone. So, protecting your phone is a smart idea. But phone insurance through your wireless carrier can cost as much as $15 every month. Switch to SquareTrade phone protection instead, for half the cost of insurance through your wireless carrier. And you could save $200 or more. It's like protecting 2 phones for the price of 1. SquareTrade covers accidents like drops and spills with easy same-day repair options. Part of the Allstate family, we're trusted by over 30 million customers with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. And switching to SquareTrade is easy. How else can you save $200 in 10 minutes? So don't wait. Switch today.
Switch to SquareTrade now and you can save over $200. Visit squaretrade.com. That's squaretrade.com.
Folks, when shopping for a home mortgage, how much is great service, low closing costs, and competitive interest rates worth to you? At Townstone Financial, it's priceless. Hi, Barry Sterner, founder of Townstone Financial. Let's hear about the Townstone experience from one of our customers.
You're making a big commitment, and having people like you guys on our side really eased all that tension that we had. I have friends that are in the process of looking at homes and, trying to get their feet wet with, just getting into the real estate market. And I've already, given your guys' name out. Absolutely. You guys are hands down one of the best companies I've ever dealt with. You guys are top-notch excellent.
Remember, nobody values your home mortgage business more than Townstone. I guarantee it, and I own the company. So call me now, Barry Sterner, at 312-896-2110. That's 312-896-2110. Or go to townstone.com. That's TOWNSTONE.com.
Townstone Financials, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Florida, Illinois, mortgage licensee 6629 and NMLS 136639. Equal housing lender.
AM 560, The Answer.
All right, get ready for this one. Dan and Amy and...
Does it involve prestidigitation?
No, not exactly. A New Jersey DUI attorney went on his own bender. Gender bender. New Jersey attorney, nude from the waist down, save for a pair of high heels, strutted into a stranger's Rutherford, New Jersey home and announced, "I'm here."
Wrong address.
I'm here.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
Let's celebrate me. What?
Justin Cristodoro of Hackensack, and he was sporting his Hackensack, was arrested for criminal trespass and
indecent exposure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did he do? He went to the wrong.
Captain John Valente, Lyndhurst police captain, said he returned home to find an unknown car with an unconscious man parked inside his driveway. Not great if you, also do this at a cop's house. It was occupied by a man sitting in the front passenger seat wearing only a black shirt and black high-heeled shoes.
You got to cover your stuff up, guys.
Out for a Saturday night. He realized he was at the wrong house and left.
That's nice.
Eventually, and then...
I don't know you guys.
Yeah.
I got to go.
He was disoriented after being awakened by police that he didn't know how he ended up in Lyndhurst and put a pair of sweatpants he had inside his car, according to Valente.
With the heels on, that's a good look.
Yeah, apparently he was hopped up on ecstasy. Yeah. He specializes in drug offense. If you're looking for an attorney representation, he specializes in drug offenses, drunk driving cases, and child support litigation. Maybe also for indecent exposure now. Yeah. Nude from the waist down, except a pair of high heels. I'm here, Your Honor.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer.
We're going to talk to Joe Pollack from Breitbart. Is Bannon and company still behind Roy Moore? We'll ask him at 7:07.
But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here's Mike Scott.
Amy and Dan, Chicago reaches its 600th homicide of 2017. The RTA recommending a CTA fare hike. The FBI searching for a possible serial bank robber. Blackhawks will host the Rangers later tonight while the Bulls are at the Thunder, and you'll be dealing with rain in your commute. WIND Chicago News Time, 7 o'clock.
Obamacare repeal failed over the summer. Now it's back in the Senate in a different form. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Republicans want to get rid of the requirement we all buy health insurance in the tax bill. Fox's Rachel Sutherland is live in Washington.
Dave, the individual mandate would be repealed in the Senate plan as a way to pay for tax cuts. The Congressional Budget Office says it would save more than $300 billion. Republican Ron Johnson.
I'm 100% supportive of it. We should do it. To me, it's a no-brainer.
Democrat Claire McCaskill says the repeal will pay for tax cuts for the wealthy.
The people this is going to hit are middle-class people that ostensibly this whole bill was supposed to be about helping.
The CBO also says scrapping the individual mandate would lead to 13 million more Americans joining the ranks of the uninsured. Dave.
Rachel, Roy Moore keeps defying Republicans, calling on him to drop out of the Alabama Senate race.
I'm now facing allegations, and that's all the press want to talk about. But I want to talk about the issue.
And he did it at church last night, quoting Bible passages, denying claims from two women that he groped them as teenagers back in the 1970s. A new Fox 10 local poll in Alabama has Moore still leading Democrat Doug Jones. He had a long-running dispute with neighbors. That's what Kevin Neal's mother says, saying her son called to say, "Mom, it's all over now." And he killed two of his neighbors, went on a shooting spree in a small Northern California community.
This individual shooter was bent on engaging and killing people at random.
Tehama County Assistant Sheriff Phil Johnston. Neal killed 2 others and injured 10 before he was killed in a shootout. 2 of those hurt were kids when he shot at an elementary school. In Texas today, there will be a funeral for the pregnant woman murdered in the shooting spree at the church in Sutherland Springs, and for 3 children also killed. Arranged by her husband who survived the massacre, and the funeral is also for his parents, a brother, and his niece. Fox News, fair and balanced.
45 degrees, a rain shower at 7:02 on AM 560. The Answer. Good morning. I'm Mike Scott. A teen accused of threatening to shoot up Wakanda High School in the northwest suburbs is under arrest this morning. Karsten Goodson made that threat in a Snapchat video sent to dozens of students yesterday. Goodson was arrested at his parents' Island Lake home last night. The search is underway to find a man suspected of robbing several suburban banks. The FBI tells us the most recent robbery happened yesterday at a TCF bank branch inside of a Jewel-Osco in Lisle. Deadly crime continues to plague the city of Chicago. A man killed on the west side yesterday marked the city's 600th homicide this year. A special prosecutor has no plans to indict any more Chicago police officers who were present when a fellow officer fatally shot black teen Laquan McDonald. The announcement means the current number of former or current officers charged in an alleged cover-up to protect Jason Van Dyke stands at 3. A man is free after serving nearly 30 years in prison for a Chicago crime that he did not commit.
Feels like a bird in the sky to be free. Now I have to pick up my pieces of my life and put them together again.
Arthur Brown was released from the Cook County Jail last night after a judge threw out his double murder and arson conviction last month. No one hurt after a large fire broke out at the iconic Blommer Chocolate Factory on West Kinsey. The building was evacuated while crews extinguished the flames. Tuesday's fire was the second at that facility in 2 weeks. College hoops at the UC. Nice showing for number 1 Duke taking down number 2 Michigan State. Number 3 Kansas beat Kentucky in the nightcap. Right here on AM 560, Northern Illinois opened up its season with an 85-65 win over Wisconsin Green Bay. The news, a service of Indeed.com. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. You can post a job in minutes, manage your candidates from an easy-to-use dashboard, post your next job on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. 7:04, a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
You know what's better than getting the best price for unlimited from Sprint? Getting the best price for unlimited and a great deal on a new Samsung Galaxy S8. Switch to Sprint and get unlimited, plus HD streaming and 10 gigabytes of mobile hotspot for $25 per month per line for 4 lines with the 5th line free. And for a limited time, save 50% on a new Samsung Galaxy S8 with Sprint Flex. Plus, upgrade anytime after 12 lease payments with Galaxy Forever. Visit your local Sprint store. Go to sprint.com/GS8 or call 1-800-SPRINT1 today. Only at Sprint. Works for me.
GS8 $15.62 per month after $15.63 per month. Monthly credit applied within 2 bills. For well-qualified customer with a new line activation on 18-month lease. Unlimited savings until $131.19, then $38 per month for 5 lines with auto pay discount applied within 2 invoices. Savings claim compared to similar plans from national carriers. Carriers' features differ. Coverage and offer not available everywhere or for discounted phones. Subject to credit and $30 activation fee. Excludes taxes, fees, roaming, and premium content. Prohibited network use rules and restrictions apply.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. Choosing the right mortgage lender involves much more than just a rate. Quicken Loans has earned 11 J.D. Power Awards for client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage, a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online. No one else has anything like it. So choose Quicken Loans, America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 3030.
Home isn't just a place, it's a feeling that you're safe to enjoy the things that matter most. ADT lets you take that feeling with you. Whether you're at home, your business, or online, we help keep you safe. With security systems, home automation, alarms, and surveillance, so you can feel at home wherever you are. Go to ADT.com to get that feeling for less than $1 a day. ADT. Home. Safe home.
7:06 in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. The very latest this morning with Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. Traffic is heavy and wet on the Hedens inbound, with delays starting at Niles Center. 38 minutes Lake Cook to Montrose outbound 26. The Kennedy from O'Hare to downtown, it's now an hour and 7 minutes. 27 minutes from Montrose, 23 on the Express. Outbound 58 to O'Hare. The Eisenhower, an hour and 7 minutes, 390 to downtown. 50 minutes from Manheim. Outbound an hour and 4 minutes to 390. Stevenson, an hour and 12 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound 51 minutes. The Rhine is 28 minutes from 95th to downtown. Northbound Tri-State, slow from I-57 to 31st and from the Reagan to in Lawrence. Reagan to delays 31 to 59 and Raymond to Yackley. Veterans Memorial from I-55 most of the way to St. Charles and Army Trail to 290. Southbound 53, heavy northwest highway to Kirchhoff. Traffic, service of Office Depot Office Max. You've been taking care of business all year, so let Office Depot Office Max take care of you. Treat yourself to great deals on tech and furniture, like maybe a new laptop, or replace that squeaky chair. You deserve it. Office Depot Office Max, taking care of business. Traffic answers when you need them most. Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast with our meteorologist, Kevin Snyder.
Occasional rain for the morning, otherwise a mostly cloudy day today, high 51. For tonight, clouds will break and it will be colder with a low 31. Sun and clouds for tomorrow, high 41. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
45 and rain at O'Hare. Next news at 7:30. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by MJ Miller & Company Jewelers. See their dazzling display of diamonds for yourself at MJ Miller Jewelers in downtown Barrington.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560, The Answer.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. You ready? You ready to do June Carter's role?
Yeah, I'm ready.
June Carter Cash? Because last night, Roy Moore was in Jackson. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper. Come on, this is the June Carter Cash part. Hotter than a pepper sprout.
Hotter than a pepper sprout.
We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out.
We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out.
I'm going to Jackson.
I'm going to Jackson.
I'm going to mess around.
Mess around.
No, talk sing it. You're not supposed to talk sing it like William Shatner. You're supposed to sing it. I'm supposed to talk sing like Johnny Cash because I can't sing.
Johnny Cash.
All right, we're going to have to workshop this.
Yeah, we're going to. You know,
terrible.
you can't just surprise this stuff on me, Dan.
Roy Moore, not in Jackson, Tennessee, but of course Jackson, Alabama, campaigning, had this to say last night about the controversies that swirl around him.
I'm playing a little part in this scenario going on in the country. Obviously, I've made a few people mad. I'm the only one that can unite Democrats and Republicans. because I seem to be opposed by both. They spent over $30 million trying to take me out. Why do you think I'm being harassed by media and by people pushing for allegations in the last 28 days of this election? Last 30 days it began. After 40-something years of fighting this battle, I'm now facing allegations. And that's all the press want to talk about. But I want to talk about the issues. I want to talk about where this country's going. And if we don't come back to God, we're not going anywhere.
All right. She's trying to spin out of it. The question is, will anybody, some of the insurgents out there, continue to support Roy Moore? I'm talking specifically about Steve Bannon. The initial reaction was to support, but there's some rumors and some reporting that suggests that Bannon is having tough talks with Roy Moore's inner circle, and if he believes that Roy Moore lied to him about these allegations, then Bannon has suggested, according to reports, unconfirmed from Bannon himself, that Bannon would bury Roy Moore himself. For more on this topic and also, remember the tax reform, we're pleased to be joined by Joel Pollack, senior editor-at-large at Breitbart News and author of the book See No Evil, 19 Hard Truths the Left Can't Handle. Joel, thanks for joining us again. Appreciate it.
Good morning to my friends and family in Chicago.
Yeah, we miss you out here. And so what about Roy Moore and where you think your honcho, Steve Bannon, is vis-a-vis his candidacy at this point?
Well, I don't speak for Steve, and, I work at Breitbart News, and our job is separate from what Steve's doing on the political side. So, I'm not working with him on that, and I don't know what his views are. But certainly from a news perspective, this story in Alabama is fascinating, entertaining, and just a little bit disturbing. Mm-hmm. And every day seems to bring some new drama, and we're just trying to keep up with it.
Well, don't you have reporters in Alabama trying to verify these ladies' claims?
We have reporters trying to figure out what's going on. I think that the accuser who came out Monday certainly seems credible from her allegations. I think the yearbook that appears to have Roy Moore's handwriting in it was a fairly convincing piece of evidence. And so you don't really have the same questions that arose last week when the Washington Post story came out, when they had a serious allegation of molestation of an underage woman wrapped in other stories about what appeared at the time to be legal relationships, at least, with younger women. So we're starting to get a picture of Roy Moore that apparently was familiar to people in the town where he worked, but had never been written about before in any serious way. At the same time, you also have the sense that this is also coming so late in the election cycle that voters didn't have a chance to consider this during the primary when Republicans, for example, might have picked a different candidate. So there's a degree of resentment towards the Washington Post, toward the media who are bringing this up now. And people are also wondering, I think naturally, why the women didn't come forward for 40 years. That doesn't mean they're not telling the truth, but it does, I think, frustrate people who would have liked to have had this information earlier, if indeed this information checks out. So I think it's a difficult situation for the Republican Party. I don't see any real way out other than to let the voters decide. And, in fairness, I think the Democrat, Doug Jones, deserves a crack at it. I mean, he's organized his campaign. He's running. I think the problem he's facing is, first of all, the fact that Alabama is just a deep red state. I think, where I live in California, certainly in my own hometown and in the home state of Illinois, the phenomenon of convicted criminals, or at least criminals under investigation, being reelected to office is not unknown. People are so partisan that they'll simply pull the lever for the party regardless. But the other problem is Doug Jones is so far to the left. It used to be that Democrats would run socially conservative candidates in red districts, but they don't seem to be doing that anymore, especially because the party's moved so far left on social issues. So you've got a candidate who basically has a far-left view on abortion, for example, so it's harder for Republicans to say, well, I'll just sit this one out, or I'll just go for the Democrat this time because he doesn't seem like such a bad guy. the parties are so polarized that decisions that used to be fairly easy and normal are becoming more difficult for people to make.
McConnell seemed to indicate he'd like Jeff Sessions to go run a write-in campaign for his old seat. There was also some suggestion that maybe Roy Moore would his path to victory at this point is to say, I'm going to win and resign so that the seat is held for Republicans and the governor can make an appointment, but I won't serve, particularly since he's facing expulsion from the Senate that's being telegraphed by more than 2/3 of the senators at this point. But it's, obviously Moore is defiant at this juncture. Do you see either of those two options as viable or smart?
Well, I think it would be wrong to say they're impossible. I think nothing's impossible, we've learned. But I don't think those are good options. I think any option that takes the choice away from the voters of Alabama is going to be resented, not just in Alabama, but more broadly. And I think the leaders in the Senate, although they want to minimize the damage to the Republican Party, if they do anything like expelling him from the Senate, they're going to trigger a nationwide revolt among the Republican voter base, whether the charges against Roy Moore are valid or not. Probably the only person who could force some kind of a change in the situation is the president. But he's been fortunate enough to be out of town for almost the entire duration of this scandal, and his approval rating has gone up since he's been out of town and looking good on the world stage. So I'm not sure he's in a hurry to jump into Alabama politics. My suspicion is that the White House is basically just going to say this is something for Alabamians to decide, and they're going to focus on tax reform. So I think that the circus in Alabama is going to go on. It's going to be very uncomfortable for the Republican Party. The Democrats don't really get off scot-free either, though. Yesterday you had Representative Jackie Speier of California testifying that there are sexual harassment scandals in the Congress involving both parties, and that Congress had paid out, or the House of Representatives had paid out $15 million over the last decade or so to accusers. So this is looking like a bipartisan problem. I'm not sure that Democrats are able to isolate it, especially here in California, where the state legislature is dominated by Democrats. There's a huge sexual harassment scandal going on. So
as there is burgeoning in Illinois, which I'm sure comes as no surprise to you. Yeah.
Right. And then, Democrats, I think, might benefit anyway, because if voters who are outraged by this behavior in Congress come out to the polls, they're going to vote against the party in power. So I think it's looking grim for Republicans no matter what happens in Alabama. And the hope that Republicans have to have is that they deliver on enough of the issues that their own voters come out and say, look, we're finally happy with the job you're doing and want to keep you there. But this is all brewing up to be a huge anti-incumbency election in 2018.
Well, speaking of taxes that you just mentioned, there's a new plan to get rid of the Obamacare mandate. Is that going to hinder progress or any type of tax reform or before the Christmas break?
What I'm hearing is that the people who opposed Obamacare repeal, both in the big version and the skinny version, people like John McCain, they're not going to get in the way this time. That's what I'm hearing. And that's probably because the individual mandate is very unpopular, and it's not seen as providing directly for Americans who are in need, who don't have another way of affording their health insurance. It's simply seen as a fee or a tax, a burden on the taxpayer. And I think repealing it gives Republicans one way to say to their voters, look, we at least got rid of the unconstitutional part of Obamacare, or the part that's most constitutionally problematic. And it opens the door then to bipartisan solutions of the type that have been discussed by Lamar Alexander and Patty Murray on the Democratic side to try to fix the mess that Obamacare has created in the health insurance markets. Most people don't really have time to think about the broader issues and the philosophical issues about how we should create a healthcare system. Most people are just trying to pay the bills, and the fact that the Obamacare bill just keeps going up year after year is something people want addressed right away.
I've got an idea how you can really fire tax reform through the Senate and be done with it. Just have Roy Moore come out and oppose it. So if he opposes it, then everybody will sign on to it. You know what I mean? You see what I'm doing there?
Yeah, and it's just interesting. The election in Alabama has really avoided issues the last week or so. It's really coming down to a kind of death match between Washington and grassroots, or at least this idea of the Washington establishment versus the people. And the one lesson I think you can take away from it, no matter what the result is in 4 weeks, is that the Washington establishment is so disliked that Alabama is actually seriously considering electing Roy Moore in spite of all the allegations. They are sending a message to Washington that they're deeply unhappy with the job that congressional leaders are doing.
Well, and to your point about the party in power being likely to suffer the most, one of the things it seems to me Republicans could do to get out ahead of this sexual harassment stuff, like Congresswoman Spire was testifying to yesterday, is change the rules. They have special rules in terms of how accusers have to go through to lodge a complaint against a member of Congress as compared to ordinary civilians, more kind of ruling class stuff. Under a law in place since 95, and the Washington Post had reported on this, accusers can only file lawsuits if they first agree to go through months of counseling and mediation, and then you have a special congressional office charged with trying to resolve these cases out of court per the $15 million worth of settlements. So that's not what the ordinary citizen, that's not the consideration the ordinary citizen gets or the hoops that you have to go through against an ordinary citizen, but you do a member of Congress, and that strikes me as wrong.
Right, and keep in mind that when you are known in Washington to have complained about something like that, it's very hard to get hired again. Staffers in Congress depend on referrals to move from one job to the next. And if they have brought a complaint against a member of Congress, they're viewed as a troublemaker. So this entire system in D.C. has been designed to protect incumbents. And look, that's another problem that the Republicans have when they try to deal with Roy Moore. Roy Moore can stand up and say, who are you to judge me? You guys have a separate system. I mean, last week the Senate passed a resolution for all members to go through sexual harassment sensitivity training. Last week. I mean, Roy Moore can say, you're basically in no position to judge anybody. Right. And the Senate would probably have to admit that. And the House is now also facing some of the same stuff. So I think that if there's a silver lining to any of this stuff going on in Alabama, it's that this scandal is finally going to blow open on Capitol Hill with Jackie Spear coming forward. She didn't name names, but I think there's going to be some deep introspection and maybe even public hearings, pressure for the House at least and the Senate to hold hearings so that some of this behavior can be brought to light and so they can change the way things are done.
He is Joel Pollak, senior editor-at-large at Breitbart News and author of the book See No Evil, 19 Hard Truths the Left Can't Handle. Joel, thanks as always for joining us. Appreciate it.
Good to be with you.
And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
If you're talking about it, Dan and Amy are talking about it. It's Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Coming up next, Sandra Bullock's new role. But first, today, you're going to have rain to greet you in the morning as you head out the door. Otherwise, mostly cloudy by the afternoon, a high of 51 degrees. Let's get into our Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim Telemonte.
Amy and Dan at Grays Lake, closures of Center Street and Belvedere Road near 83 due to a stalled freight train. It's heavy on the expressways. Kennedy, an hour and 3 minutes. O'Hare to downtown, outbound an hour and 4 minutes. Edens, now 39 minutes from Lake Coast to the Kennedy. About 28. Eisenhower, an hour and 6 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound an hour and 10 minutes. Stevenson, an hour and 18 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, an hour 3 from the Tri-State. Outbound 52 minutes to 355. Ryan, 30 minutes, 95 to downtown. Tri-State delays are northbound from around 147th Sibley up 31st, and from the Reagan Tollway to Lawrence. Reagan Tollway jammed Randall to 355, the Veterans Memorial from the Des Plaines River Bridge moved the way up to St. Charles, and from the Army Trail toll to 290. 53 slow northbound from the Adams Tollway to Kirchhoff, southbound Rand to Kirchhoff. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Looking for that magical holiday gift and not sure where to go? Well, I have the perfect place. Give a gift from Roland's Jewelers and create that magical holiday moment. Buying jewelry is about trust, and Roland's Jewelers in downtown Libertyville is a place you can trust. Roland's is excited to offer AM 560 listeners special savings up to $500 on designer brands like Mickey Moto, John Hardy, Roberto Coin. Save on luxury watches like Tag Heuer and Michelle Shinola. I'm sure I got that right, Dan? So if you're thinking about getting engaged, Roland's has beautiful designer engagement rings. They are direct diamond importers, so you benefit from wholesale prices on perfectly cut loose diamonds. Visit Roland's Jewelers in downtown Libertyville, and as AM 560 listeners, you can save up to $500 this holiday season. Go to RolandJewelers.com. That's RolandJewelers.com. Or call 847-918-7300.
Did you know 40% of all cancer could be prevented? That's a fact. Along with maintaining appropriate body weight and regular exercise, the American Institute for Cancer Research and the USDA confirm that eating 9 to 11 servings of fruits and vegetables every day is the key. Now ask yourself, am I at risk? How many servings of fruits and vegetables did I eat today? Balance of Nature has solved this problem and provides an easy and affordable way to consume over 10 servings of 31 different whole fruits and vegetables every day.
Call now to find out how to get your free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Call now, 800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code Chicago.
If you have pain, listen up. Dennis Prager here. You don't need to live in pain. Let me repeat that. You don't have to live in pain. Chronic pain is the worst, whether it's from an accident or pain that just develops. So, Chicagoland, you're in luck. Dr. Ken Candido is one of the nation's most respected and successful pain doctors. He's been voted one of Chicago's best pain doctors several times. Bottom line, he's the pain doctor you need. Dr. Candido of Chicago Anesthesia and Pain Specialists will help you get off pain medication and all of its side effects. How? By finding the source of your chronic pain and fixing it.
This is Ken Candido of Chicago Anesthesia Pain Specialists. Let's make you pain-free.
Call Dr. Ken Candido and make an appointment with a cutting-edge, respected, and successful pain physician. Go to mypainchicago.com. That's mypainchicago.com. Thousands have been helped with their chronic pain, and you can be the next one. Get the phone number and all the info you need at mypainchicago.com.
I hate cleaning my gutters. I kept hearing ads for that gutter guard system, so I thought, why not? I'll get an estimate. I was shocked. I never thought gutter guards could cost so much. Then I heard about Spring Rock gutter guards. The estimate is free, so it made sense to at least compare them. I was shocked again by how much money they saved me. I'm talking thousands, like enough to take my family to Disney World. They take a different approach to gutter protection. A completely closed design keeps all types of debris out of your gutters. Sure, those higher-priced systems may keep the leaves out, but Spring Rock gets the job done at up to half the price with no compromise on quality. Spring Rock also comes with the same lifetime warranty. If the gutter system ever clogs, they will clean it out for free, no questions asked. Same result for less money. That's smart. There's more than one option when it comes to gutter guards. Compare today and save at springrockgutters.com or call 708-571-0632. Special financing is available. Drain your gutters, not your wallet.
So many tools all over the place and not enough cabinet space. This garage is a mess. Time to get organized with StoreLock, the best tool cabinet you'll ever buy. And it's 100% made in the USA in Kankakee with a 55-year guarantee from top to bottom. StoreLock is a modular, durable storage system with dividers, liners, and layouts, all made to order exactly how you want it. Each drawer holds up to 400 pounds and is powder-coated in-house with any color you want. And it's fully assembled when it ships. You'll get organized fast. StoreLock can handle any size room or facility. They can do systems for airline hangars to fire departments to modular workstations for your shop. Anywhere and everywhere you need quality storage that will last a lifetime at a factory direct price. It's time to get your home, garage, or business organized. Call the owner, Mike Ryan, personally at 1-800-786-7562. That's 1-800-STOR-LOC. Or go to StoreLock.com. Don't miss StoreLock at the Greater Peoria Farm Show at the Peoria Civic Center in Peoria, November 28th through the 30th.
AM 560, The Answer.
The Lyric Opera's Turandot will transport you to ancient China at the Lyric Opera House December 5th through January 27th. When a powerful princess meets a fearless prince, 3 riddles could mean life or death. Experience Puccini's passionate Turandot in a grand-scale production never before seen in Chicago. For details and to buy tickets, visit lyricopera.org. And right now, be caller number 56 to 312-642-5600. Caller number 56 wins a pair of tickets to this amazing production.
56? What the? Are you out of your mind?
Well, I was going to say be caller 560. I thought I'd give Keith and the guys a break. Caller number 56, 312-642.
Oh, my gosh.
5600. Win a pair of tickets.
Thanks for tying
to
up the
Lyric
phone
Opera
line for the
Sound.
next 15 minutes. Real smart. Okay.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Remembering the legislators who tried to ban Uber and remembering that Bruce Rauner is still Illinois governor at 7:37.
But first, into the newsroom we go. Here's Mike Scott.
A rain shower and 45 degrees, 7:30 on AM 560. The Answer. South Africa's president says he's hoping Zimbabwe's military will respect that country's constitution so the situation will not go beyond where it is right now. President Jacob Zuma addressed both Zimbabwe and South Africa this morning on television, not long after speaking with Zimbabwe President Robert Mugabe. Zuma says Mugabe is fine but is now detained and in his home after the army seized control of that nation. Authorities in Northern California say police responded to a domestic violence call at the home of a man the day before he went on a rampage, shooting 14, killing 4 yesterday. Kevin Neal had been out on bail also for allegedly stabbing a neighbor, and some in his community would complain to the sheriff's department that they'd hear constant gunfire at his home. Embattled Alabama Republican senatorial candidate Roy Moore calling his campaign now a spiritual battle.
Why do you think I'm being harassed by media and by people pushing forward allegations in the last 28 days of this election?
Several women have accused Moore of sexual misconduct. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says Moore is not fit to serve in the U.S. Senate. Republican Congresswoman Barbara Comstock of Virginia says she knows of a recent sexual harassment incident involving a congressman. Telling fellow members of the Committee on House Administration yesterday, the congressman asked a staff member to his home to deliver work-related material.
And the young staffer, as a young woman, went there and was greeted with a member in a towel. It was a male, who then invited her in. At that point, he decided to expose himself.
Comstock says the harassment caused the young woman to quit her job. A teen is accused of threatening to bring a weapon to Wakanda High School and shoot. Police say Carson Goodson made that threat in a Snapchat video sent to dozens of students. He was arrested at his parents' home in Island Lake last night. A CTA fare hike could be coming. The RTA says the CTA needs to find new revenue streams to close a proposed $33 million budget gap. Faculty members at Southern Illinois' University main campus are going on record in Carbondale against a plan to cut bureaucracy and red tape. School's Faculty Senate approved a resolution opposing any loss of campus departments or any budget streamlining. The SIU chancellor says the school must streamline and eliminate some bureaucracy if it's going to reverse the college's financial woes. Chicago sports. College hoops last night. Good show at the State Farm Classic. Number 1 Duke down number 2 Michigan State. Number 3 Kansas over Kentucky. Northern Illinois right here on AM 560 opened its college basketball season with a win over Wisconsin Green Bay. The news, a service of Rogers and Hollins Jewelers. Chicago's deep dish pizza isn't the only place to find great dough. Rogers and Hollins, Chicago's hometown jeweler, gives you $100 for every $300 you spend. Make the holidays memorable and forever. Love gifts that give back. Use promo code FOREVER for an additional 10% off online. 7:33 and a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Mike Gallagher isn't surprised by the media's behavior anymore.
And of course, the media corruption on this is unbelievable. If you're going to report breathlessly on the indictment of Paul Manafort and this guilty plea by Papadopoulos, how do you not include in your media coverage what we found out about the Clinton campaign and the DNC? But they don't even mention it in the media coverage right now. Shocking. The media's corrupt. I know that's news to you, huh?
The Mike Gallagher Show. Weekdays at 9, right before Dennis Prager at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
Ready for a bad cold and flu season? A cold is a cold, but flu brings fever. Be prepared with the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer backed by medical professionals everywhere.
Signature Bank is Chicago's fastest growing independently owned business bank. It's a bank where relationships still matter.
Signature Bank knows your name and your story. I'm Dan Proft, and I know this because Signature Bank is my business bank.
I'm Gina Labus, President and CEO of Mid-States Glass and Metal and a customer of Signature Bank since 2011. As we expanded our business into all aspects of the glass and metal industry, we needed a bank who could grow along with us. That's when we met Mick O'Rourke, co-founder of Signature Bank. Mick and his team took the time to understand the ebbs and flows of our business. They worked with us to find a solution that would support our growth. Mid-States Glass and Metal is proud to work with Signature Bank because they support Chicagoland women-owned businesses like mine.
Signature Bank is looking for their next success story. To learn more about turning your business vision into reality, visit signaturebank.bank. Signature Bank, helping local businesses succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
7:35. Let's get an update on the ride to work this morning. In the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center, here is Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. Traffic soggy. Westbound 80-94, very heavy. I-65 to Chase. Eastbound a little tight. Grant to Martin Luther King Drive. Edens is 37 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose, outbound 33. Kennedy, an hour and 3 minutes. O'Hare to downtown, 30 minutes from Montrose. 26 on the Express. Outbound an hour and 8 minutes to O'Hare. The Eisenhower, an hour and 6 minutes. 390 to downtown, outbound an hour 10. Stevenson, an hour and 22 minutes. 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound 52 minutes. Ryan, 30 minutes. 95th to downtown, I-57. 45 minutes. I-80 to the Merge. Bishopport, an hour. Southbound Tri-State, still 132 to Brad. Northbound 147th to 31st. And the Reagan Tollway most of the way to Tui Toll Plaza. The other tollways are heavy too. Traffic service of Indeed.com. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. You can post a job in minutes and manage your candidates from an easy-to-use dashboard. Post your next job on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Occasional morning rain, otherwise will be a cloudy most of the day. High 51. As we head into the evening, clouds will break. It will turn colder with a low of 31. Currently rain and 45. Next news coming up at 8. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by The Lou Bridges Show, a show about the truth of the foreclosure crisis. Saturday mornings at 8 on AM 560, The Answer.
You want more than just the headlines? Find out what's going on and what it means with me, Dennis Prager, this morning at 11, right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Have you kissed it yet? You have not kissed the Blaine Blue Jays City Championship trophy.
No,
yet.
and I'm not going to.
Oh,
I don't know who. Edward James Olmos's lips could have been on that thing.
We won our game. Congratulations to the Blaine Blue Jays.
Yeah, it's very good. Congratulations on being
champs.
city champs.
It's a big deal, man. I don't know what I'm saying.
All right. By the way, Mike from Woodridge, caller 56, won those Turandot tickets. Congratulations, Mike from Woodridge. Bruce Rauner is the governor of Illinois, and he's running for re-election despite flagging poll numbers. A real unpopularity sort of sparked a revolt within the Republican Party. Not sort of, did. He's got an op-ed in the Daily Herald with his kind of standard issue pap. Home is worth fighting for. That's his tagline. Illinois is my home. It's worth fighting for. We've shaken up a corrupt system to its core, but it's time to finish the job.
He has homes out all over the place.
We've shaken up the system, a corrupt system to its core, but it's time to finish the job. That's a Bruce Rauner contention. Wow. Do you agree with that? Is that what's happened over the last 3 years? 312-642-5600, turnkey.pro answer line. 64636DA, turnkey.pro text line. It's time for all of us to come together around a movement that sets aside party politics and achieves real solutions that put our people first. I mean,
what does he accomplish, though? People were discussing that last night. Sanctuary state. Gender-neutral birth certificates?
Trans birth, sanctuary state, taxpayer funding of abortions. So somebody tweeted at me after the story about the Pentagon financing its first gender reassignment surgery at our expense for an active duty soldier. Yeah, my husband's got to go to work now so he can pay for other people's gender reassignment surgeries and abortions. Yeah. Well, that's the no social agenda of Bruce Rauner, in addition to, I would argue, the Obamacare Medicaid expansion that he has sustained through sleight of hand and increasing premiums on Obamacare Silver Plan holders by 15% to sustain that unsustainable expansion. Also bailing out connected public utilities like Exelon, terrible energy bill that he signed, crony capitalism. Here's his three-point agenda, if you will. Real lasting property tax relief. Freeze property taxes, he wants to. He makes note that we pay the highest property taxes in the nation, then he wants to freeze them in place. What kind of sense does that make?
No sense at all.
This is politicians' talk. This is the same pablum we've been hearing from politicians in both parties for 30 years. Well, they all say how I voted for a property tax freeze, how I'm for a property tax freeze, and yet here we are paying the highest property taxes in the nation. It's a system problem, not a freeze problem. Roll back the Madigan income tax hike. The Madigan income tax hike that 15 House Republicans voted for, while he's supporting Jim Durkin, the House Republican leader, who had his caucus, a third of it, revolt on him, couldn't deliver his caucus on the most important vote that's been taken in Rauner's 3 years as governor. He's supporting Durkin, while Durkin supports the 6 remaining Republicans, Madigan Republicans, surrender Republicans who voted for the tax increase. This is the same hackery that has afflicted the Republican Party for the last 30 years, why we're in the super minority, why this state is the worst governed state of the nation. Oh, and those career politicians who create this mess, says Rauner, we must put a stop to them by term limits. Yeah, term limits and property tax freeze and rolling back yet another tax increase, just as he was supposed to, by the end of his first term, roll back the Pat Quinn Chicago Democrat property tax increase. Instead, at the end of his first term, we've got the tax rate at the same place that he inherited it after yet another tax increase, while the Quinn tax increase was starting to sunset.
So, in your opinion, has he done anything positive for the state of Illinois, Bruce Rauner?
Yeah, he stopped some bad legislation with his veto pen.
Okay.
But
anything else?
It doesn't matter. The issue is this: Benedict Rauner. This is not like looking at the assets and liabilities column and figuring out what the net is. This is saying this is somebody who is traitorous. And that's what Republican primary voters are going to have to consider, assuming that State Representative Jeannie Ives makes the race. And I think she's more likely to make the race than not. Now, some of this has subsided over the last couple of months, and we'll see. We'll see if Republicans want to continue to do the same things we've always done and then complain when the same things that have always happened continue to happen, and when their friends and family continue to leave, and where they continue to see their home value decimated and their take-home income shrink and the quality of life at the price point worsen. So we'll see. But, you want to buy this nonsense? Well, then, Illinois will continue to be the worst governed state in the history of America. By the way, a related story, since I brought up Durkin, this in one of the outlets that I started, westcooknews.com. We have institutional memory there, which the Chicago Press Corps and the Springfield Press Corps does not. Not with respect to their sacred cows, at least. 3 years ago this week, State Representatives Mike Zalewski, Democrat from Riverside, and Jim Durkin, a Republican allegedly from Western Springs, plotting to override a veto of their bill, which would have regulated Uber and Lyft out of existence. They tried. Jim Durkin, Republican, these free market Republicans that we have in Illinois, that vote for tax increases and no spending reforms, that try and eliminate competition. These free market Republicans, these job-creating Republicans. Cripe's sake. Jim Durkin and Zalewski and a couple other Chicago Democrats tried to eliminate Uber.
How did they do that? What did they do? This
legislation that they introduced would have, according to Uber and Lyft, would have essentially eliminated them, the commercial insurance that all their drivers would need, and layering on the regulations under the auspices of safety or level playing field with the taxi cab cartel, but it was really a backdoor way to eliminate competition on behalf of the taxi cab cartel. How do I know? The taxi cab cartel spread more than 180 grand in campaign donations around Springfield 3 years ago. 15 grand to Durkin, 50 grand to Senate President John Cullerton, 25 grand to Madigan. Senate GOP leader Christine Radogno got 12.5. Marty Sandoval of Cicero got 10.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Top lobbyist-run retainer to kill Uber, including Daley and George, Richard Daley's brother, Michael, and as well as former state senator Tom Walsh, who's the brother of David Walsh, who works for leader Durkin. They were all trying to kill Uber. In 2017, more than 30,000 Chicago area Uber drivers stand to earn more than $320 million, according to a study released by Uber last month. Before the ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft, the city of Chicago had artificially capped the number of licensed taxi cab drivers at just under 7,000. Suburban cab companies did the same. 30,000 Chicago area Uber drivers to earn more than $320 million this year. And Republicans and Democrats conspiring to eliminate competition, because that's what we do in Illinois with big government, Benedict Arnold Republicans, and, of course, the Chicago Democrat bosses. But don't leave out the Republicans, because the lack of real competition politically is why you get the lack of real competition in the private sector, beholden to the public sector unions, watching a third of your caucus vote for massive tax hikes without spending reforms because nobody respects Jim Durkin or cares what he thinks. He's not a leader. He's a placeholder. There's no fear of Jim Durkin. What does he do to the six that my little cabal hasn't already forced out? Of the 15, the 9 are gone. They're not running for re-election because we're going to primary them and expose them. What does Jim Durkin do for the 6 that are remaining? And Rauner, by extension, supports them. When you support an enemy inside your perimeter, you know what it begets? More enemies inside your perimeter. But hey, let's keep the Republican Party on the straight and narrow, just as we've been doing things since I've been in this arena in 1994 is when I started. Let's not change anything because it's going so well, isn't it? Phil in Palatine, you're in Chicago's Morning Answer.
Good morning, Dan. I know you like Jeannie Ives, but Wheaton's an island in Illinois, and as the one famous U.S. congressman said, if you put everybody north of Roosevelt Road in Wheaton, it would tip over.
Yes, right, yes.
Anyways.
So what? What does that have to do with anything?
The Democrats are going to win this governor's race. Rauner's not going to win. Jeannie Ives is not going to win. There's just not there. The Republicans right now should campaign and say, fine, let's handle the budget crisis. Let's fix it. 10% state income tax. And make the Democrats reject that.
They won't reject it. They'll embrace it. Thanks for the call, Phil.
I'm not ready to throw in the towel on Jeannie Ives. She was a rock star at Freedom Summit. I mean, people were lined up to meet her and to talk to her.
Yeah, I mean,
there's hope.
This is what Republicans do too. Fatalism. That everybody is a prognosticator. Because I'm just going to predict what's going to happen because then I don't have to participate. Oh, I know what's going to happen. I give up, and then I'm going to complain about what happens.
Right, instead of doing something.
Right, where my giving up and everybody else's giving up is the proximate reason why the same thing continues to happen. Oh, nobody has a chance. I give up. Okay, fine. Then what are you doing here? If you're not willing to fight, then what the hell are you doing here? Don't you leave like everybody else? What's the point? You just sit around and get punished by these people in both parties and say, and lament it? Do something within your sphere of influence and stop predicting what you think is going to happen. Have you ever been wrong about the outcome of a political race? When Al Salvi ran against Bob Custra, he can't. He's a sitting lieutenant governor. Popular Jim Edgar's lieutenant governor. He's just some state rep from McHenry County nobody's ever heard of. James in Westmont.
Well, boy. Well, first of all, congratulations, Amy, on your win.
Thank you.
I hope you savor it. I'm sure my daughter's team would probably cream you back then, but that's okay.
Oh, wow. Throw down.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. That was, sorry about that.
Nasty.
No, congratulations. Seriously. Yeah, shaking up the core, how did he do it? Ride his motorcycle through there? I don't think he did anything of that nature. I think, no, he didn't shake anything up except his own core. So that's all. Sorry.
Thanks for the call, James. Mark in Plainfield.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. 3 years ago, I voted for Rauner because I thought he was in the same class as Trump. Ended out he just turned it into just a rump. But I think Manfred Mann sang it best when they said he was blinded by the left, a backstabbing douche who turned rhino overnight.
Oh my God.
Wow. Thanks for the call, Mark. And
Put some
the
thought into that phone call.
paraphrasing of Blinded by the Light. Impressive. Sean from Elmwood Park.
Sean.
Nancy Kimmy. Why have we stopped talking about this 300-pound, foot-sick penguin impersonator? $17 billion, one lobbyist. What's happened to the lobbyists since Rauner has taken over? What's happened to the gaming and the pop stores? It's all strengthened. He's another corrupt Republican. So, tell you another thing. If you vote for Bruce Rauner, you're part of the problem. You're not just willfully ignorant. You're in on the scam. So you must be one of these donut connoisseurs waiting for your state pension to kick in. So this idea that Jeannie Ives can't win, whether she does or not, she should win if you have integrity. And I didn't bring up HB 40 or that scarecrow wifey funded all her Democrat nonsense through 7 foot of stupid. These people better wake up. Or you know what? I'll stay down in now. I'm going to Lauderdale. I'm going to sell up the site to another Illinoisan. So
All right.
keep
Thanks for the call, Sean. You're cracking up. So get to a safe space for your cell phone there in the Sunshine State. But his point is right. Don't tell me what you think is going to happen. Tell me what you think should happen and act in furtherance of what you think should happen. Why don't you read Whittaker Chambers and Witness for some inspiration? Dawn in Chicago.
Yes, thank you for taking my call. If Jeannie Ives doesn't run, I have no intentions of voting in this election at all.
All right, thanks for your call, Ann.
Listen to Dan and Amy on your smartphone. Download the AM 560 mobile app today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
Hey, you've heard how Automated Systems excels at assisting companies with systems integration and FDA compliance, but they're also a staffing leader. They supply handpicked elite leadership, subject matter experts, and proven technical professionals in engineering, quality control, and FDA compliance to support the life sciences field in executing mission-critical projects. ASI provides highly specialized pros to deliver projects on time and budget. Don't pay a lot more to a big consulting firm, and don't trust the big temp agencies to supply the talent you need. Call Laz, my friend Laz, at Automated Systems when failure isn't an option. ASI is retained by all of Chicagoland's Fortune 500 life sciences companies, from big pharma to startups, and excel through a culture of excellence in execution. For a staffing, compliance, or automation evaluation, call Laz now at Automated Systems at 844-HIRE-ASI or visit AutomatedSYS.com. That's 844-HIRE-ASI or AutomatedSYS.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
By the time I reached 1 year period, I had lost 2 inches off my waist, and I lost 17 pounds.
I think they're part of the reason that I was able to shake 10 pounds, and I think because the support, nutritional support. My blood pressure significantly is so low now compared to what it was. I think I'm doing great with it.
You've got a good product. It's just amazing.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago. That's promo code Chicago. Order today.
This is Dan Proft with 60 Seconds of Sanity, sponsored by Upstream-Ideas.com. America's strength is that she's a free nation. Our weakness is we've stopped defending the foundations of our freedom. Non-behavioral characteristics like race and religion take precedence over shared beliefs as it relates to who is granted entrance to America, to the extent permission is required at all. This in spite of the fact that there is plenty of identity diversity that occurs naturally within a global population that shares a common commitment to peaceful pluralism. The temperature in K-12 is approaching Fahrenheit 451 as school districts move to ban literary masterworks like To Kill a Mockingbird because the language may offend. A recent survey of college undergrads finds 1 in 5 believes violence is acceptable to silence someone who makes a hurtful statement. Private property is seized by the state if you refuse to participate in events that violate your religious beliefs. You make too little. You make too much. You don't pay enough. You didn't build that. You need not apply. You must check your privilege. You must use these pronouns. You can't use those words. As Thomas Paine wrote, what we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value. If we continue to acquiesce to those who would cheapen our freedoms, we will all pay dearly. Risk mitigation is an important consideration that smart companies pay attention to in today's complicated business climate. Some of the greatest risks occur when your company hires new employees or when you execute new business financial relationships. When your company hires, leases, or conducts financial transactions, decisions are critical. That's why veteran-owned and operated Global Verification Network is a company you should know. Startups to Fortune 100s trust Global Verification Network, and so should you. They're a background screening and investigative services company dedicated to expert, timely, and affordable background screening services for employment, tenant screening, and business due diligence. Global Verification Network is headquartered in Chicagoland, a federally recognized veteran-owned small business, and never offshores data like many competitors. To request your company's risk analysis without obligation or cost, visit globalverificationnetwork.com or call 877-695-1179 or visit them online at globalverificationnetwork.com. Global Verification Network, the risk mitigation experts, 877-695-1179.
My name is David Hochberg, Vice President Lending at Pearl Mortgage. If you're looking to secure financing on a new home or refinance your existing home, give me a call. According to creditcard.com, cardholders in Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Michigan are carrying over $33,000 of debt on their credit cards. The Federal Reserve recently increased the interest rates 1/4 point, which, according to credit enhancement expert Gary Novell, will increase the average credit card holder's interest payments $825 a year. The good news is home values have rebounded, so now is an excellent time to use your home's equity to eliminate your stress, pay off credit card debt, and lower your monthly payments. To see if you can use your home's equity to pay off your debt, give me a call now at 312-751-1333 or visit am560david.com. I've helped thousands of AM560 listeners, but I can't help if you don't call 312-751-1333 or visit am560david.com. Pearl Mortgage, an equal housing lender, Illinois Residential Mortgage Licensee 4358 and MLS 19186.
Roof is needy?
Call Crumweedy.
Roof is leaky?
Call Crumweedy.
Shingles are curly?
Call Crumweedy.
Roof isn't right after it's stormy?
Call Crumweedy.
Here comes winter. Well, soon. This is Mark Olson.
And Greg Olson of Crumweedy.
A third-generation family business.
We're conservative just like you.
We've been doing Chicagoland roofs since 1953.
Really good roofs.
The difference is installation.
Hey, we know that. That's why we follow the manufacturer specifications, so your warranty is totally intact.
A lot of companies don't do that, and that could void your warranty.
Hate the high pressure?
Not from us.
We give you multiple options. Then you choose.
A roof that lasts at a fair price.
We fix roof problems.
When your roof is needy,
call Crumweedy.
We say call. How about the number?
630-595-8020. 630-595-8020.
MyRoofIsNeedy.com. Hey, do it now. Get it done before the winter comes.
Crumweedy. We fix roof problems.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Have pain you can't ignore? Then try first-in-class relief from Salonpas. Salonpas pain relief patches have everything you need in one clinically proven solution. They're the strongest label pain reliever available without a prescription, safely relieving pain for up to 12 hours. And Salonpas is the first and only FDA-approved OTC topical pain reliever. For first-in-class relief, get Salonpas pain relief patches in the green box with a blue wave.
AM 560, The Answer.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer.
At 8:08, help us build the anti-Trump hotel for liberals that's going up in Washington, D.C. What features would you like to see at the anti-Trump hotel?
And later, Bob Fioretti, he's back, and he's running against Grady We'll explain. But first, into the newsroom we go. Here's Mike Scott.
Amy and Dan, Chicago reaches its 600th homicide of 2017. The FBI searching for a possible serial bank robber. Blackhawks hosting the Rangers. Well, the Bulls are at the Thunder tonight, and you have morning rain in your commute. WIND Chicago News Time, 8 o'clock.
He calls them the most vicious and nasty round of attacks he's ever faced. I'm Dave Anthony. Fox News and Roy Moore says they were launched by the Obama-Clinton machine's liberal media lapdogs. As the Republican Alabama Senate candidate tells supporters in a fundraising email, defiant amid calls for him to drop out of the race because of old sexual allegations. Fox's Tanya J. Powers following it all live.
Dave, Roy Moore may be facing those accusations of sexual misconduct from 5 women, but he found a friendly crowd last night in the Recreation Hall of the Walker Springs Road Baptist Church.
Isn't it enough that we had a God that gave us a country that we're living in? Isn't it enough that we have a God that gave us our rights?
The women accusing him say the incidents happened in the late 70s when they were in their teens and he was in his 30s. The RNC has also pulled its funding of Moore's campaign. Dave.
Tanya, local Fox 10 poll in Alabama still has more leading Democrat Doug Jones. The day before the House plans to vote on tax reform, the Senate Republicans add something to their version. Repealing the Obamacare mandate requiring Americans to buy health insurance, saying that would save $338 billion over 10 years. GOP Congressman Jim Jordan loves the idea, saying it fulfills a promise and
it frees up money that we can then cut taxes more, let families keep more of their hard-earned income.
But Democratic Senator Claire McCaskill says it'll hurt the middle class.
We're going to make their insurance more expensive, create 13 million uninsured people.
Police in Hawaii are saying a man who escaped from a psychiatric hospital has flown to California. Randall Saito was acquitted of a murder in 1979 by reason of insanity. They're calling him dangerous. An uprising in the African country of Zimbabwe. The army took control of the state media and took President Robert Mugabe in custody, put patrols on the streets. But the commander of Zimbabwe's defense forces says it's not a coup. They're stabilizing a degenerating political situation,
which, if not addressed, may result in a violent conflict.
Fox News. Fair and balanced.
44 degrees. We have light rain showers in the area at 8:02. On AM 560, The Answer. Good morning. I'm Mike Scott. A teen is accused of threatening to bring a weapon to Wakanda High School in the northwest suburbs. Police say Karsten Goodson made a threat to use that weapon in a Snapchat video sent to dozens of students yesterday. Goodson was arrested at his parents' Island Lake home last night. He stands charged with 1 felony count of disorderly conduct. A search is underway to find a man suspected of robbing several suburban banks in West Dundee and Schaumburg. And yesterday, the FBI says the most recent robbery happened at a TCF Bank branch inside of Jewel Osco in Lisle. Deadly crime continues to plague the city of Chicago. The Sun-Times reporting a man killed on the west side marked the city's 600th homicide this year. An administrative law judge is recommending that the Illinois Labor Relations Board reject disciplinary guidelines newly adopted by the Chicago Police Department. The judge determined the department violated labor law by failing to bargain with the FOP. Labor Board Executive Director Kimberly Stevens says the judge's recommendation does not carry any force of law. The FOP says it's a victory for union members. No one hurt after a large fire broke out at the iconic Blommer Chocolate Factory. The blaze started yesterday in the 600 block of West Kinsey and was the second fire at the facility in 2 weeks. Chicago sports. Bulls finish up a 2-game road trip tonight versus the Thunder, while the Blackhawks welcome the Rangers to the UC. The news is a service of Office Depot and Office Max. You've been taking care of business all year, so let Office Depot Office Max take care of you. Treat yourself to the great deals on tech and furniture like maybe a new laptop or replace that squeaky chair. You deserve it. Office Depot Office Max, taking care of business. 8:04, time for the AM 560 Business Beat. From the Fox Business Network, here's Tara Lynn Wagner.
From the Fox Business Network, Target's business improved in the summer and early fall. Its earnings and sales were better than expected, although Target says it expects a highly competitive holiday sales environment and its sales for the end of the year might even be flat. Airbus and Boeing have signed huge deals to sell planes to discount airlines. The deals were negotiated at the Dubai Air Show. Airbus will sell 430 planes to Indigo Partners, a private equity company with part ownership in Spirit Airlines and Frontier Airlines. Boeing will sell up to 225 planes to Fly Dubai. Well, Sports Illustrated is launching a subscription streaming TV service tomorrow. Sports Illustrated TV will cost $4.99 a month. It'll be accessible only on Amazon channels. The channel will not air any live sporting events. The Dow was down 30 on Tuesday. The Nasdaq dropped 19 and the S&P lost 5. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Tara Lynn Wagner.
8:05 and a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
On AM 560, The Answer. Your opinion counts. And we want to know how you feel about the news stories we're talking about each and every day. Make sure to vote in the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll at 560theanswer.com. Listen for today's poll question at 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. And hear the results each evening at 5:30. It's the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll on 560theanswer.com.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender means choosing more than just a rate. Does calling the company with 11 J.D. Power Awards for client service matter? Does calling the company that invented Rocket Mortgage, the industry's most innovative technology, matter? If working with America's #1 online lender matters to you, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 3030.
Home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. Whether you're at home, your business, or online, ADT helps keep you safe. With security systems, home automation, alarms, and surveillance. So you can feel at home, wherever you are. Go to ADT.com to get that feeling. ADT, home, safe home.
It is 8:06. Let's get a check of your morning commute in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here's Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. Kennedy inbound delays start at Nagel. It is an hour and 22 minutes O'Hare to downtown. 50 minutes from Montrose, 35 to the Express. Outbound, an hour and 2 minutes to the airport. Eden's 34 minutes. Lake Cook to the junction. Outbound 40. The Eisenhower, an hour and 18 minutes, 390 to the Burn Circle. 55 minutes to Mannheim. Outbound, an hour and 9 minutes, 390. Stevenson, an hour and 20 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound 56 minutes. Ryan, 32 minutes, 90 minutes to downtown, outbound 18. I-57, 45 minutes, I-80 to the Merge, Bishop Ford, 50. On the Tri-State, delays are southbound 132 to Everett. Northbound, the Bishop Ford to Polstead, 147th to 31st, and from the Reagan Tollway most of the way to the Toohey Toll. But Adams Tollway delayed, 59 to Barrington and Toohey to the Tri-State. Reagan Tollway Orchard 355, Veterans Memorial, northbound Archer most of the way up to 290, southbound Lake to St. Charles 53 has delays, northbound from the Adams Tollway to Kirchhoff, southbound Rand to Kirchhoff and Beesterfield to 390. It's delays on I-80 in northwest Indiana as well. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560 The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. The latest with our meteorologist, Kevin Snyder.
Today, mostly cloudy with occasional showers in the morning. Wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour, high 51. Later tonight, clouds will break. Wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour in the evening, low 31. Sun and clouds tomorrow, high 41. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
A shower in 44 right now at O'Hare. Next news at 8:30. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Goldstone Financial, helping you become financially independent at goldstonefinancialgroup.com.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560, The Answer.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. Coming soon to Washington, D.C., anti-Trump hotel for liberals. Spring of next year, it's supposed to open. The Eaton Workshop.
Huh?
Yeah. It's
the name of the hotel?
Planting a flag. The Eaton is planting a flag as a haven for Democrats. The world's first politically motivated hotel. The flagship for a global brand that's built around social activism and community engagement. This Bloomberg reporting. And it comes with a pedigree. The daughter of the creator and executive chairman of the Hong Kong-based Langham Hospitality Group, they're here at the old One IBM Plaza, Langham Hotel, is one of the principals. So the question is, what are the naming rights and the features that you would like to see at the anti-Trump hotel for leftists? 312-446, that's my number. 312-642-5600 is the number here, or you can call me on my cell phone and I'll just pipe you in. Could do that too.
Don't ever give out your cell phone.
312-446, no.
Yeah.
312-642-5600, turnkey.pro answer line, 64636DA, turnkey.pro text line. Those are the
312-642
the lines for this show.
5600.
So we've got some tweets on this already. Let's see
Yeah, so
here.
what can we help design the building? I mean, of course, it's going to have solar panels. It's going to be green efficient, right?
Holly from Hudson tweeted the name of the bar in the hotel, Leg Shivers.
Leg Shivers.
The Tingle, I think it's Tingle, Leg Tingle.
Well, that's what you can order, the Tingle special when the leg shivers.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's the presidential suite going to be?
You offer something up here. I've got some.
I'm blonde. This is going to take a while.
How about the Clinton Cigar Bar?
Oh.
Or the Monica Cigar Bar.
And
Monica's Cigar Bar.
Cigar Bar.
Yeah, Monica's would be the name. It's a cigar bar. Okay,
Yeah.
that's one.
And then you've got to have a Starbucks because remember she always Monica Lewinsky always had a Starbucks with her.
Well, that's not creative. A Starbucks. You got it. Naming or features.
Okay.
Come on. You're phoning it in.
646.
This isn't the way these
I'm
girls
not even
play.
at work today.
This isn't the way these
okay?
girls play that won the city championship.
I'm
Come on.
already on the Kennedy on the way home.
Well,
Ideas for liberal.
you could do two ways. You could do the Al Gore spa, or you could have the Al Gore massage at the Harvey Weinstein spa.
Oh.
How
and
about
there's
that?
potted plants all over the hotel.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Nancy Pelosi Rhinoplasty Center.
Right. Where Botox reigns. Yeah.
The Wi-Fi password Wiener.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
All right. Here we go.
The Wiener Hall of Fame.
Chip in St. Charles, you're on Chicago's Morning Answer. Hey, Chip.
Design a few different design things into my my vestibule. First, liberals don't like walls, so just an open bathroom for everybody to use as they come in, with just a large hole right in the middle, and then maybe a bridge going over the hole that everybody uses as a bathroom. And then Monica Lewinsky's, that could be no wrappers only cigar bar for Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton.
All right, thanks for the
Anyway,
call.
just a big open bathroom with no walls, so everybody can watch what everybody else is doing in there, and that's how the liberals like it.
All right, all right, thanks for the call, Chip. Brian in Batavia.
I'm thinking maybe a good name would be the Snowflake Inn.
Snowflake Inn, that's pretty good for the
perfect.
hotel. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Okay, thanks for the call, Brian. Also, I'm just features here. Features or names.
Features. Well, you have to have an all-you-can-eat buffet.
The all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
So who would be the who would get the naming rights to that? I suppose you could go. Well, I mean, you could certainly go with the Duchess of Chafington, as Sean calls her. Sean from Allen Park calls Hillary. Now, maybe like, do you remember Gerald Nadler? It's too obscure. Oh, of course. Michael Moore, all-you-can-eat buffet.
There you go.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, we got that down. All right, this is coming together. More. I've got some ideas on uniforms. All the front desk clerks will be dressed like Antifa.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh, and then you have to wear the pea hats.
Yeah, right. Antiphon pea hats. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Dan in Itasca.
All right, I was going to suggest an elevator. The elevator door is open, and it's just an empty shaft.
Okay. Thanks for the call, Dan.
Wow, that was very mysterious.
Steve in Evanston.
Hello. A name and a feature. I think it has to be called the Comrade Hilton.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't think Conrad Hilton will like that.
Comrade? No, Comrade.
Oh, Comrade. Excuse me, Comrade Hilton.
Comrade Hilton.
Comrade Hilton.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
all right.
the Mary Jo Kopechne Memorial Swimming Pool.
There you go. Thank you for the call, Steve. There you go.
Wow.
I was going to do the Ted Kennedy Valet.
Oh.
But, yeah, Mary Jo Kopechne Memorial Swimming Pool may be better. Paul in Lake Forest.
Joe, you got to have the Harvey Weinstein fertilizing room.
Yeah.
What that is when you feel like the urge to sexually assault somebody, you go into that room, you close the door, you rub one out, and you fertilize some plants.
Thank you for describing that, Paul. We appreciate that. I didn't know what you were getting at until you
have a
described it in detail.
Kathy Griffin can perform her comedy routine.
Oh, yeah, Kathy.
There.
Yeah, right.
And Louis
so that's
C.K.
Kathy
'cause he'll
Griffin.
be-
Yeah.
And all the people that have been banished can.
For the Louis C.K. show, the front row is going to have to be like a
Covered.
Gallagher show.
What do you mean?
You know, Gallagher, the sledge-o-matic where he
Oh,
smashes
yeah,
fruit and it's people are
Plastic
wearing
covering.
tarps
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
front. Yeah, you're going to need that for Louis C.K. Paul and Elgin.
Hey, good morning. The Obama supermarkets, all the entrances have a line that you can't cross, but everybody crosses anyway.
Oh.
All right, very good. All right, thanks for the call, Paul. Let's see here.
Shouldn't the hotel be free because they don't believe in capitalism anyway? So you just come in.
No, well, I think Tim's got that. Tim in Woodstock, you're in Chicago's morning.
Yeah, that was it, Amy. I was just going to suggest that somebody else pay for your room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Tim.
Sure.
You'd have to have. How about the Choom Gang Vaping Center? Yeah, yeah. Go back to Harry in Hawthorne Woods.
Good morning, guys. I think there should be the Crybaby Timeout Lounge where everybody can go in there if they're upset and they're given a blankie and a binky and somebody to empathize and commiserate with them.
All right.
So that it's a special.
Cry room. Yeah. Thanks for the call, Harry. Yeah, I like the. How about like the Harvard Cry Room?
Yeah.
You know, have
That'd
all
be
the
good.
have all the
Oh,
Ivy League
yes.
school insignias in the Cry Room.
And then you have to have your mom jean shop.
Oh yeah.
You know, because you always need a place where people can buy clothes. You can have the pantsuit lounge, the mom jean shop. What else?
How about the Elliot Spitzer escort service? Nick in Barrington.
Yeah, I thought about the Kevin Spacey Daycare Center.
No, there you go. Thanks for the call, Nick.
He's in rehab, by the way.
Chuck, yeah, right. Chuck and Delavan.
Hey, I'd like to have the Black Lives Matter Bistro. Thank you.
Black Lives Matter Bistro. Thanks for the call.
Hey, Chuck. How's it going with the ladies?
Tom in Schaumburg.
Well, the hotel should include, at the very least, the Pee Wee Herman Theater. Raincoat's optional.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks for the call. We're getting a lot of masturbation-related themes. But I mean, that's the news these days, I guess. What about the Podesta Brothers Business Center? You got to have a business center in the hotel.
Oh, and also no,
okay,
the
Horseshack.
emails.
What?
The Hillary Clinton email section.
The Hillary Clinton server room.
Thank you. That's what I meant to say.
Hmm.
You're completing my thoughts.
But you also have to have. I mean, there's going to be a lot that's named after
You have
Hillary.
to have something to wipe the server with.
Well, you have to,
like with a rag.
But what about the pantsuits?
Well,
you know, like
pantsuit
you need
can
like
buy
a
in the mom jean shop.
Pantsuits and the mom jeans in the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have to have a little mall, right? Yeah. Bill and Skokie.
They should have the privilege workout gym. You can go in there and work out your privilege and see how privileged you are.
All right, there you go.
I got a really good
Thanks
one.
for the call, Bill.
The Bleach Bit laundry service.
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
And so it didn't come from me. It came from Keith Conrad, our producer. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate it.
That's pretty good. Steve on 88. The JB Pritzker Fitness Room.
Oh. Where nobody's in there.
Oh, also Steve on 88. He's prolific. The Ray Rice Memorial Elevator.
Oh, that is.
Oh boy. James in Highlands, you're on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Cross the Ted Kennedy River into Weekend at Bernie's Hotel.
Okay. Thanks for the call, James. Greg and Bartlett.
The guy ahead of me just beat me. I was going to say the Ted Kennedy car service.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks for the call, Greg. You know, Ted Kennedy is always a popular choice. I mean, you want to honor the line of the Senate. I understand people's disposition there. What about the art, too? You're going to have a lot of Mapplethorpes.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to want Andre Serrano's crucifix in a jar of urine. You know, you have to have the
jars of urine.
Well, you have to get the right decor too. So
Right.
don't forget about the artistic features.
Well, can we bring back the picture of Mayor Harold Washington and the pink teddy?
Sure, we can.
Where is that thing, by the way?
We're building our own hotel. We can do whatever we want.
All right.
Matt and
go.
Skokie, you're on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Oh, hey, Dan. Amy, how are you guys doing?
Good.
I was thinking maybe the Soros Inn and Suites or the Lolita Inn Express, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
IT department will be handled by Fusion GPS.
Oh,
thanks for the call,
wow.
Matt. Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Our listeners are so smart.
Nick in Woodstock.
Hey, how about the Margaret Sanger Nursery?
Oh boy.
The what? Did
The
he say?
Margaret Sanger Nursery. Oh, that's
oh.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Paul in Glenview.
That's a little much.
How about the Lewis COCK nudist camp?
Okay.
And the sign says the most popular guy here is the guy that can hold 2 cups of coffee and carry a dozen donuts.
Okay.
What do you think?
Thanks for the call, Paul. We went from a hotel to a nudist camp, so I mean,
Happens, man.
I guess that could be another property that we develop, but let's just stick with the hotel for now. Jim on Lakeshore Drive.
Hi. On New Year's Eve, they're going to hold the Samantha Power Unmasked Ball.
Oh,
Okay, very good. Thanks, Jim. Joseph in Elburn.
The William J. Clinton Lubricate Cigar Bar.
There you
Ew.
go. Thanks for the
I
call,
don't like
Joseph.
the word lubricate.
Mike in Blue Island.
Hey, I got the Dodd Kennedy Sandwich Shop.
Dodd Kennedy
Oh.
sandwich. Yeah, Dodd. Dodd was a porker. Thanks for the call, Mike. That's
Todd Kennedy.
I'm trying to think of other things that you like in a hotel that you need
Well, you need a
to be
workout room,
named
you need
or
a business
features.
center.
Yeah.
You need a ballroom. You have to have a ballroom.
More restaurant names to definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Other conference centers, ballrooms.
These need names. 312-642-5600.
Mike and Dixon.
Yeah, how about the Pangender Pavilion where everyone and anything is invited?
Pansexual. Yeah, pansexual, I would go with pansexual pavilion.
John Kerry
Yeah, I like that.
Windsurfing Lake.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Jim Telemonte has chimed in.
What?
Name for the ballroom.
What?
Tiny Dancer Ballroom. Of course.
Of course.
Well done. It's right in front of us. Sometimes you just miss it. Scott in Chicago.
And they're actually going to have a special room called the Jihadist Jump Zone made out of bomb-proof walls.
Okay. Thanks for the call, Scott.
Somebody wasn't funny there.
Violent. Dan on the north side.
Yeah, what if we all just went in there wearing Make America Great hats? Would we even get a room? Would that be, up for, would we be discriminated against?
Yeah, we have a class action suit. There you go. Thanks,
Exactly, absolutely.
Thanks for the call, Dan. Yeah, that's
Sue 'em, yeah.
Huh.
Ooh,
George on Butterfield Road.
Hey, Dan, Amy, good morning. Vinny Mini Bar for Vince Foster.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Kind of on the dark side.
Yeah, thanks for the call, George. Maybe the Vince Foster Memorial, maybe like a Vince Foster mortuary or something.
Or a memorial suite. Because,
that's-
they have suites sometimes named after people who pass.
Yeah, you could do that, I suppose. No, the Vince Foster Memorial Park.
Oh, that's
'cause
right.
where
That'll
he
be
was-
on a
where he was
bench.
found.
Oh.
Bill and Skokie.
Hey, before I say this, Lord forgive me, the Kevin Spacey Ballroom.
Yes, thanks for the call. It's a ballroom of a different sort, Bill. Yes. Jim and Racine.
Anthony's Wiener hot dog stand.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
That's a good one. Thanks for the call. Zach in Downers Grove.
Well, whenever the front desk people aren't there, they got to have a sign that says Bo Bergdahl will be right with you.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I like that one.
That's very
good. Let's see what else we got. We got them coming in all over the place here. Hold on.
Oh, you have to have a photo booth. That's the new craze.
And hotels?
Oh, yeah. Yep, they're popping up in lobbies and to remember your stay.
A tweet from Patio. Hillary Clinton lost and found department called What Happened?
What? That's good. What happened?
The R. Kelly Water Park?
Oh, no, the R. Kelly Fountain. That's going to be in the foyer. Water park.
Brian in Kenosha.
Dan and Amy, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Joe Biden Massage Center.
Yeah. There's a lot of competition for the naming rights to the massage center. Weinstein, Gore, Biden. Bill on the north side.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Wiener photo booths, or like Amy said, you get documents your photos and as you visit there, right next to the 5-story atrium that opens right to the skies for your screaming to the sky room.
Okay, thanks for the call, Bill. A little involved. Matt and Skokie.
Oh, hey, I have an idea for a restaurant inside the hotel.
Yeah.
How about Podesta's Pizza Parlor? And the only people that are allowed to go in there are the staff. They just tell everyone else it doesn't exist.
Oh, thanks, Matt. Bob in Oswego.
Hey, guys, good morning. The Barney Frank Bathhouse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about Barney.
I've got a second one. The Rahm Emanuel Digital Center.
Digital Center. Oh, I get it.
Thanks, Bob. Mike in Hinsdale.
Yeah, hi, good morning. Yeah, how about this, just as, kind of a cute little choice. Your room key can either be a race card or a victim card.
Oh, yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. Thanks for the call, Mike. I like that. Mike and Griffith.
A little repeat. I got two of them. One is the R. Kelly kiddie pool.
Ew.
And can Mary Jo Kopechne's family bring up sexual harassment case against the Kennedy family? Is it too late?
Thanks for the call, Mike.
Shoe shine.
Diane in Frankfurt.
We have Chucky Schumer's Shoe Shine.
Chucky Schumer shoe shine. Just because you like the alliteration, or is there another connection?
No, it sounds funny.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the call, Diane. All right. I was gonna do because he's Pagliacci. He's the Tears of a Clown.
Oh, yeah.
So you'd have to make
clown service face painting. No.
Yeah.
Oh, can you go to Todd and Joliet?
Todd and Joliet. Hey, Todd.
Hey, you've got to have the St. Kaepernick Chapel, where kneeling actually means something.
There you go. Bingo.
That's pretty good. Nicely done. Dean in the Grange.
The Seth Rich IT department.
Seth Rich. There you go. Seth Rich has been called. Owen in Willowbrook.
The Clinton Cash ATM room where you put in your card and it takes your money.
All right, that's good. Tommy in Oak Lawn.
Justice Scalia pillows.
Yeah,
the
Kennedy indoor shooting range.
Oh, thanks, Tommy.
Oh, that's.
Oh boy.
Way too.
I thought
soon.
maybe like if you did like a Bernie Sanders shooting range but that's too soon too. Sure, that softball field thing.
No, we were having so much fun.
Now it's gone to a dark place. Scott in River Park.
Hello, am I?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm sorry. They have to serve Billy beer and peanuts in the bar.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for the call, Scott. Yeah, that'll bring Roger Clinton in. John in on the Kennedy.
The hot dog stand should be Barney's Franks.
Barney's Franks. Yeah, Anthony's Wieners, Barney's Franks. Again, a lot of competition for these titles. It's going to be a big hotel complex.
I know.
Because there's a lot of things
Fountains
that have to be.
Pools.
There's a lot of things that have to be named. All right,
ballrooms.
Mike on the Kennedy.
Hey, good morning. Pardon me, Amy, but how about the Bloodstained Boutique? I don't think anybody's called it a boutique yet.
Yeah, Bloodstained Boutique. That's good. Yeah, thanks for the call. Ashley Judd at your service.
A keychain of Ashley Judd you can buy.
What about the Janet Reno Gender Reassignment Surgery Center?
Stop it.
I don't know. All right, we'll continue sketching this out where everything's going to be placed at our new anti-Trump hotel for liberals that opens in the spring of 2018.
The stories you need to know to start your day. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Two strong banking teams have united to help you continue to grow your business with the same dedication and even more opportunities. And we have a new name. The private bank is now CIBC. The same team you know and trust now brings deeper resources, global banking reach, and the power to help your business seize new opportunities. Our name may have changed, but our commitment to your business is now stronger than ever. Visit us at CIBC.com/US. Member FDIC.
There's nothing like it. The smell of a tailgate, the chill in the air, the roar of the crowd. The only thing better than game day with your favorite team is when it all ends with a win. Touchdown NIU. Hear it all right here on the Husky Sports Network.
It's the Huskies and the Western Michigan Broncos tonight at 6. Hear every hit, celebrate every victory right here on AM 560. The Answer.
What if you could enjoy total peace of mind when it comes to home security? What if the best technology came from a local company who puts the customer's needs first? Alarm Detection Systems is the right choice for an alarm system with complete control from your phone or tablet. Know when your children arrive home from school. View live streaming video. Check up on your pets. Receive alerts for extreme temperatures. Know if leaks or floods have been detected. Get real-time text alerts sent to your phone. Family-owned and operated since 1968, Alarm Detection Systems understands that nothing is more important than the safety of your family. Your security system will be monitored by our central station in Aurora, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Alarm Detection Systems is an authorized Honeywell equipment dealer. Our on-site security consultation is always free. Visit adsalarm.com or call 630-844-6322. That's 630-844-6322. Alarm license number 127000143.
AM 560. The Answer.
All right, a few more real quick. The Bradley Manny changing room.
That's good.
That's good. How about this one? I got two from Bob. The Pritzker Body by Cake, Jim. The Sheryl Crow bathroom, 1 sheet of toilet paper limit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Also, Ken from McHenry can't get to it, but El Gaito maid service.
Oh, that's perfect. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer.
I don't know. We'll still build out this hotel, I guess, as long as you're interested.
And celebrating a championship. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
Gray skies, rain showers, 44 degrees, and winds are out of the south this morning at 12. Republican senatorial candidate Roy Moore says the sexual allegations against him are an effort to keep him out of the Senate and out of the race.
I'm the only one that can unite Democrats and Republicans. Because I seem to be opposed by both. They've spent over $30 million to try to take me out.
His comments came as he faces multiple accusations of sexual misconduct with teenagers when he was in his 30s. Has there been a coup in Zimbabwe or not? That's what many are asking after a night of unrest in the African nation. Longtime President Robert Mugabe is said to be safe, but is believed to be detained by the military. Police have identified the gunman who killed 4 in Northern California as 43-year-old Kevin Neal of Rancho Tehama Reserve. Jury deliberations are beginning again today in the corruption trial of New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez. After almost 6 hours of deliberations yesterday, there is no indication the panel is any closer to reaching a verdict. Relief may be in sight for the people of Puerto Rico who've been living for weeks without power. Officials say half of the island's electrical power should be restored sometime today. 3 UCLA basketball players who were arrested for shoplifting while on a China tour last week are back in the U.S. Players are expected to make a statement today at UCLA. President Trump intervened on their behalf. A teen is accused of threatening to bring a weapon to Wakanda High School in the northwest suburbs. Police say Karsten Goodson made that threat in a Snapchat video sent to dozens of students yesterday. Goodson was arrested at his parents' Island Lake home last night. Deadly crime continues to plague the city of Chicago. Sun-Times reporting a man killed on the west side was the city's 600th homicide this year. And a CTA fare hike could be coming. Regional Transportation Authority head Leanne Redden warning the CTA that the transit agency has not offered revenue streams to close a proposed $33 million budget gap. College hoops last night at the UC. Number 1 Duke took down number 2 Michigan State. Kansas beat Kentucky. Right here on AM 560, Northern Illinois opened its season with a win over Wisconsin Green Bay, 85-65. The news, a service of Walgreens. With a little help from Walgreens, diabetes won't slow you down. With caring pharmacists, medications you rely on, and testing supplies from all the major brands. Where is it convenient and where do I matter? At Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy. 8:35 and a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Papa Nicholas Coffee. Papa Nicholas Coffee, roasted fresh daily in Batavia, Illinois.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I have a $1,200 knee brace because I have bone on bone in my left knee, and I have a torn cartilage in my right knee. And since I've been taking Balance of Nature, I don't wear my brace, and I can walk without pain. It's I had these copper things I used to put on my knees. I don't use those either. I don't use anything. I think it's just wonderful.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago. That's promo code Chicago. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. Order today.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, Joshi, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Savings based on 2-year protection plan compared to T-Mobile premium device protection as of July 12, 2017. Square Trade does not cover lost or stolen items. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting a new phone? Get this. Every 2 seconds, one of us accidentally breaks our phone. So, protecting your phone is a smart idea. But phone insurance through your wireless carrier can cost as much as $15 every month. Switch to Square Trade phone protection instead for half the cost of insurance through your wireless carrier. And you could save $200 or more. It's like protecting 2 phones for the price of 1. Square Trade covers accidents like drops and spills with easy same-day repair options. Part of the Allstate family, we're trusted by over 30 million customers with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. And switching to Square Trade is easy. How else can you save $200 in 10 minutes? So don't wait. Switch today.
Switch to Square Trade now and you can save over $200. Visit squaretrade.com. That's squaretrade.com.
It is 8:38 and a check of your morning commute in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. Here is Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. It's heavy on 53 on the southbound side from before Rand to Kirchhoff, Beesterfield to 390, northbound. The Adams Tollway to Kirchhoff and Dundee to Lake Cook. The Veterans Memorial Tollway 355. Jammed southbound Lake to St. Charles. Northbound from the Des Plaines River Bridge most of the way up to 290. Eden's 32 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose outbound 42. Kennedy an hour and 19 minutes. O'Hare to downtown. 48 minutes from Montrose. 35 in the Express. Outbound an hour and 3 minutes to the airport. The Eisenhower an hour and 18 minutes. 390 to downtown. 55 minutes from Mannheim. Outbound an hour 8 to 390. Stevenson, an hour 25, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound 48 minutes. Ryan, 32 minutes, 95th to downtown. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. Occasional morning rain. Clouds in the afternoon. We should dry up a bit. High 51. Currently 44. Next news at 9. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560. The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by In the Know with Wealth Management Group, hosted by Craig Bolanos. Heard Sunday mornings at 10.
Joe Walsh here. The Republicans in the Senate have included the individual mandate repeal in their tax reform plan. We'll talk about it when Freedom returns at 5.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. All right, we've got a couple of stragglers here with contributions for the anti-Trump hotel scheduled to open in Washington, D.C. next spring. Let's see, text from 773, the Bob Menendez illegal gift shop.
Oh.
Not bad. We got where's hotel plaque. This is from 708. Hotel plaque on the wall dedicated to all the construction workers who didn't build that.
Oh, there you go. I've got a good one from my friend Katie, who
All right.
listens to the show.
All right.
The Harvey Weinstein turn down service.
Oh,
remember, he
right,
likes
yeah.
to be tucked in at night. That's why he'd have ladies go back to his hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
A basket full of deplorables, like at the gift shop.
Yeah.
A basket. You know.
How about the Bill Cosby Goodnight chocolates?
You'll be sure to sleep through the night.
Alex in Chicago.
Yeah, I got a name for the bar. B. Obama's featuring 59 beers on tap, one for every state.
57 beers on tap. Yeah, thanks for the call, Alex. 57 states in this country, according to Barack Obama. Daniel in South Loop.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. I know the gym is going to have the Harry Reid gym. You do what we tell you or else.
Oh, that's right.
Harry Reid Jim, and then you're going to have to, someone who would be named after, who would be the namesake for like the urgent care facility.
Oh.
The
Obamacare
urgent care facility, where the good news is the care that you need is free. The bad news is you're never going to get it. All right.
There's no doctors.
PJ O'Rourkeism. All right. We haven't talked much about Roy Moore. We did a little bit with Joel Pollack from Breitbart earlier in the show today, but Roy Moore was in Jackson last night trying to rally the faithful to his candidacy. Here's Roy Moore trying to put the allegations behind him. Are you persuaded by what you're about to hear from Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore?
I'm playing a little part in this scenario going on in the country. Obviously, I've made a few people mad. I'm the only one that can unite Democrats and Republicans. Because I seem to be opposed by both. They've spent over $30 million to try to take me out. Why do you think I'm being harassed by media and by people pushing for allegations in the last 28 days of this election? Last 30 days it began. After 40-something years of fighting this battle, I'm now facing allegations. And that's all the press want to talk about. But I want to talk about the issues. I want to talk about where this country's going. And if we don't come back to God, we're not going anywhere.
It sounds like he's going to resign his soon-to-be Senate seat any real time soon, huh? I mean, I think he's really
defiant. He's dug in.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Well, Sean Hannity, who interviewed him on Friday, got the big exclusive, gave Roy Moore a 24-hour ultimatum.
Between this interview that I did and the inconsistent answers, between him saying, I never knew this girl, and then that yearbook comes out. For me, the judge has 24 hours. You must immediately and fully come up with a satisfactory explanation for your inconsistencies that I just showed. You must remove any doubt. If you can't do this, then Judge Moore needs to get out of this race. This country has way too many issues and problems. The American people deserve 100% truth and honesty. We need correct answers the first time on issues this serious.
So you think he'll comply?
I doubt it. And I haven't seen much surveying. It'll be interesting, and probably by the week's end we'll see just how much Roy Moore has fallen in the polls to see if this is even, if he's viable any longer. Wall Street Journal opined yesterday You got to know when to fold them, suggesting that, of course, Roy Moore should be folding them. And his political situation moved well beyond a more familiar she said, he said predicament after Monday's press conference. But, of course, there's no real answer. There doesn't seem to be any movement towards the governor postponing the special election in Alabama. There doesn't seem to be any movement from Roy Moore considering either stepping down or announcing he would step down if elected and allow somebody else to replace him. There doesn't seem to be any movement on Mitch McConnell's idea that Jeff Sessions should run as a write-in, go back to his home state, try and reclaim the seat that he held. And so you're left with Roy Moore or Doug Jones. Do you give a Democrat seat away to a Senate seat away to a Democrat in Alabama, reduce your margin of error, cut it in half, essentially, and then live to fight 6 years from now to reclaim it?
Well, despite, this negative news cycle, the local Fox 10 station there in Alabama, they did conduct a poll, and they have Roy Moore up 6 points against his Democratic rival. And that was a poll taken yesterday.
And I think it's rather remarkable. If he does win, I think that is so much a commentary on not his accusers, the women, his accusers, the D.C. press corps, his accusers, the political establishment of both parties. I think it is people rallying to Roy Moore, not necessarily, at least some of them, not necessarily because they're so enthralled with Roy Moore, but because they have such animus towards the political media establishment in D.C. Russ in Elmhurst, you're on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Good morning, guys. By the way, Amy, I hope your cold gets better.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I can hear it in your voice. Anyway, as far as Roy, and I've talked to you guys a number of times, but I'm sort of an older conservative constitutionalist and a small L libertarian, and I understand the overall strategy of having the numbers for us in the Senate. I understand that, but we cannot. I hate to say, we cannot stoop to being the Marxist that the Democrats garbage, and I really do believe that the judge is definitely guilty. Mm-hmm. There's too much stuff that's going on, and then when I heard his explanations on Sean's show, it was like, you got to be kidding me. I heard little kids lie better than that about their homework. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Russ. Scott on the West Side.
Hey, Dan and Amy, thanks for taking my call. I agree that the evidence against Roy Moore is mounting and convincing that he did do it. I still question whether or not at the time, it was so long ago and the times were different, and I'm the same age as those women, and I had women friends that did date older men at that time, and I know I didn't think it was wrong at that time, and I know that they didn't think it was wrong at that time. One thing I do love about Roy Moore is his defiance. I think it's great, and I hope he wins, and because for me, it's just another black eye in the Republican establishment.
Thanks for the call, Scott. You know, I want to read part of this email we got from a woman named Judy about the whole back in the day. You know, back in the day. This is
things were different.
It's a good perspective, but she writes, I've heard the excuse that's what we did back then as a justification for the behavior of men like Harvey Weinstein. Whether one buys into that or not is irrelevant to me right now. What I would like to see injected into a discussion of this topic is how what we did back then may have influenced girls' and women's ability to tell all in a time-sensitive manner. Back then, when I was developing a self-perception of my sexual value vis-a-vis men, and back then I could fall into only one of two categories, frigid or slut. Since then, laws and attitudes have changed, but some of us retain the remnants of what it feels like to have only those binary self-perceptions. Immediately and openly rebuffing or reporting any behavior that feels like or unequivocally is sexual harassment returns some of us to the days of old when, regardless of what we did or did not do, the only labels that we could self-ascribe would be frigid or slut. Perhaps better to say nothing. So, you know, the kind of because it happened back then is not a justification for what was happening. And I get the whole argument about judging people by the evolving or devolving standards of the day, but I think Judy makes a good point about the implications of some of the back then culture, if you will. Scott on the South Side.
Hey, Dan and Amy. Thanks for taking my call. So I've been thinking a lot about this because, in my mind, it's a no-brainer that every conservative should be voting for Roy Moore. And I guess the question you got to ask, once you ask this question, this is going to give you the answer. If Donald Trump had done this, and we knew he did this over 40 years ago to this girl, would you not vote and let Hillary Clinton win? Would you let her appoint Supreme Court justices, leftists? Would you let this country go in a complete different direction? And if your answer is yes, then your answer is you're not going to vote for Roy Moore. But that's the reason why the Democrats keep beating us, because for some reason Republicans need to have a perfect candidate. We're never going to have that.
Well, I don't think we're holding anybody to the standard of perfection when you're concerned about somebody who may have committed sexual assault.
Not even perfection, but you've had adulterers. You've had
Well, yes.
Ted Kennedy had
Yes.
had a pretty checkered past. Also, Bill
yeah.
Clinton is pretty bad. So I guess that's the question you have to ask. Because in my mind, you got to vote for the conservative. You know, this was over 30, 40 years ago.
Thanks for the call,
Yeah,
Scott.
but it's a minor child. I don't know. Do you think other people are going to come forward, or you think
Well,
it's lived its life?
Based on the rumor mill
Oh, yeah.
that is being reported on out of Alabama, and now you've got two accusers, it certainly wouldn't surprise me between now and December 12th. Matt in Park Ridge.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you guys about options. I mean, I think he's guilty, but what are the folks in Alabama? What can they do? Do they vote him in and then hope that he doesn't get seated, and then the Republican governor puts somebody else in his place? Or
That's a possibility.
time for a write-in?
There's time for a write-in. What you just described as one possibility. There was also some talk about the governor postponing the special election. But that doesn't necessarily solve the Roy Moore problem. It just extends it, right? If Roy Moore is unwilling to get out of the race, then he's unwilling to get out of the race. So what does extending it do, I guess, is the calculus. But those are essentially the options. Although, and the first thing you said about him not being seated or being expelled from the Senate, it'd be interesting to see if Republicans are really willing to back what they indicated they would do if he is victorious, because as we talked about with Joel Pollak, that would open up a whole kind of internecine fight.
And that would be a slap in the face to the Alabama folks who vote him in, right?
Right.
You can't have the person that you voted in.
Yeah. So it's a lot of low cards in this hand, Matt. That's the bottom line. Thanks for the call. Dan and Wilmette.
Where's redemption?
Redemption.
Saint Ignatius wouldn't be, the champion of the Jesuits unless he had gone through and acted in very inappropriate ways.
Well, he's not even admitting that he made a mistake.
Yeah. Doesn't redemption require contrition, Dan?
Yeah, he's not.
Yes, it does. And I don't think the 14-year-old is true. And I have something to say about the 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds. My mother was married at 17 and bore 14 children. I'm right in the middle of it. My mother never did anything wrong.
Yeah, but the real issue, but the issue is not the 17 and 18-year-olds that he allegedly dated and there was no incidents. The issue is the two that are accusing him, one, a 14-year-old of the inappropriate touching, and the 16-year-old of sexual assault. Those are the issues.
Dan, one thing that I learned about these kinds of people who are pedophiles, there is no, they don't stop. The only thing that can cure them is a bullet. And right now, you have two people dragged up by the Democrats. This is all BS.
All right.
Don't fall into it.
Thanks for the call, Dan.
Connect with Dan and Amy using the AM560 mobile app. Download it today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
Signature Bank is Chicago's fastest growing independently owned business bank. It's a bank where relationships still matter. Signature Bank knows your name and your story. I'm Dan Proft, and I know this because Signature Bank is my business bank.
I'm Chuck Spaveri, CEO of Spaveri's Custom Counters.
the Chicagoland manufacturer of residential and commercial countertops. If there's a local commercial bank who knows how to get a deal done, it's Signature Bank. When my brother and I needed it, Signature Bank came through with a creative financing solution. That's because Signature Bank has experience working with companies like ours, a second-generation, family-owned and operated manufacturer. Our business matters to Signature Bank, and that comes through in every visit and every phone call with their team, right up to the bank's co-founders, Kevin, Mick, and Brian. Sperveries is proud to bank with Signature Bank.
Signature Bank is looking for their next success story. To learn more about turning your business vision into reality, visit signaturebank.bank. Signature Bank, helping local businesses succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With the holidays approaching, now's the perfect time to purchase 2 gifts and only pay for 1. Or give a gift and keep 1 for yourself. Yes, folks, the MyPillow buy 1, get 1 free offer is back. I urge you to go online or call now and take advantage. By using the promo code Amy, you'll get the absolute best deal available. I personally love my MyPillows. I get a great night's sleep by moving the fill to give me the support I need, regardless of my sleep position. And I never wake up with a stiff neck or headache. They're made in America. You can wash and dry them. They're hypoallergenic, plus have a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. And it's great to know you're supporting a company that helped thousands of hurricane victims. So get your buy 1, get 1 free MyPillows as gifts or for yourself by calling 800-489-0201. Use the promo code Amy or visit MyPillow.com. That's 800-489-0201, promo code Amy.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I have been on these supplements from Balance of Nature for a couple of years now. And prior to that, I used other supplements. They did nothing for me. This has been absolutely wonderful. I have never felt so good, and I have felt so much better health-wise. My cholesterol's down. All my numbers are down, and it's been great. So I highly recommend Balance of Nature.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-246